Yeah, what's up? It's, yeah, it's that day again. It's Wednesday. You know what that means? We're back for more of our Shire Academics adventures. Had a good test stream last night because we did a. Oh, look, I came up first. How'd that fucking happen? That's weird. Go me. Uh, so we uh we got the new setup in. New setup's running. New setup's good. I think it's going to be great. It does a little different. So we're ready to go. We are out for Glosshotten Welfare. This is an important match coming up because why? Why do you say this is an important match coming up? Because this is the match that will determine our fate or help determine our fate. Because they're the number one team. So this is our first time playing this year. This year, not our first time playing them. Last year we split with them. We beat them the first time. We played them 3-2. We split with tie the first time, won 3-0 the second time, and then got beat 2-3 the second time. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. We need this win. We need to win big time here because we need to roll on, baby. We need to roll on. So we are going to do that. We're going to roll. We're going to take this team and we're going to roll with them. And we're going to win because we've been winning. I did play the game that got canceled, that got kind of shut off yesterday for the test stream. If you want to know what happened, go watch it. It's a really good match. Um, Definitely proved that I made the right choice by bringing the team and changing it around. Made the right choice by bringing in Bondo. Uh, Good match yesterday. Good match. That one was impressive. I was happy with that match. I loved it. I got to get used to the fact again that I have two keyboards, two mice, and all this crap to do because I keep wanting to reach. I keep because before I was using this one, I've done it for so long. You're not gonna do this to me today, dude. I got stuff everywhere, and it's not as comfortable right now. So you've got to move over, okay? You either gotta lay down and chill, or go find somewhere else and chill for now, man. I don't got the space for you. I don't have the space. Do you understand? You're being a brat, and it's starting to get on my nerves. But yeah, I was reaching for everything on that side over there, just not paying any attention at all. So it's kind of funny. Ah, I gotta get this set up better because this is a pest. I don't know. Anyway, so we're off on. We have two matches left in December. Then we're into the stream into January, and we are ready to rock and roll. So here we go. Welcome in. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. I woke up at 10:03. Got my got my cappuccino. Got it done. Got it ready, and we're off to the races. I wish you would stop, dude. You're on everything you ain't supposed to be on. I gotta get used to this stuff again. Yeah, gotta get used to this stuff again. Sit still. I'm not playing. Okay? Yeah, I know you want to be over here with me, and I get that. But you're in the way. I've got no room for nothing, and you're sitting in the way. I hope the sound is good. It worked pretty good yesterday. Thanks to Miss Amy G coming in and helping me out with it. 40, yeah, that's one of the reasons why. 11 seconds. Ball was passed in. The ball was the ball was started from the get go. Boom, 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 goal. I was sitting there going, that didn't just happen, did it? That was kind of interesting. So yeah, that was one of the reasons you want to see that match. It is the last half hour, whatever it was, podcast. It was the last half hour one we did last night. It has both been moved up the 30 and a half hour, almost 3.5 hours yesterday because of the stupidity of what we did. But hey, it don't matter. We were having fun with it. It worked out. I will not be doing that again. I don't think, because no, the camera's on the other computer, so it won't be having to touch that box again. But yeah, we're all ready to go. You'll notice there's going to be a bit of a speed and pick up in the days that we like. It's already went through 2 days since I started this, and that's like what it took forever yesterday. So the speed is there. There's going to be some slowness for a bit because I've been playing around with getting the teams unactivated and activated, and they're now almost to where they're supposed to be. So we're doing okay. We're having fun. Hope everybody's today is going well. I didn't even get a chance to do nothing this morning. I was up at normal. Actually, kind of off of it yesterday. Slept for about an hour and a half. Got up, slept for another hour and a half, and then I actually made it for 4 hours, 3 hours till 5, and then I was like, "Nah, we're not doing this." Slept again till about 7:30. Fed the cats, and then up we go. I fell back asleep till 10:30, almost 10, a little after 10. So I was happy. This is an important match. We definitely need to win this match. If we have any chance of catching these guys into and trying to get to first place, we have to beat this team. Have to. Have to win this game. This is one of those where we can't tie them. We need to win because they're far enough ahead now, and we're almost to the second part. The interesting part is, we didn't. I don't think we played them this year. Did we play them this year? We get beat. I didn't think this was the second time. It might be. It might be. I kind of hope it's not. Yeah, did you see? McDonald's is doing something weird. They're making a spicy egg McMuffin. Thinking, I like to. My breakfast at McDonald's is a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit and a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. I love to have them both. They're both good. And about three, if they have them, of the burritos. I used to work there, and it used to be one of my specialties was rolling those stupid burritos. Such a lovely thing. You're not getting it, dude. Forget about it. We will make changes today because there is going to be Maurice Almond, 11-second goal. Look at the schedule. Yay. We did get beat by them this year. So this is not good. This is the second time through. So, Dingington. Little bastard, get away from me. Dingington Town? Now, our first match was against Warsaw. So we're already 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 4 matches into the second time around already. So we've got about, that's it right there. That's the end of it. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 matches left. We've got to keep winning, and we've got to actually take them down. Definitely need this win. We definitely need a win. We are 18 games left in the season. Definitely doing first in the run, the hunt for the promotion. We're definitely in the hunt for promotion. We're definitely still in the hunt for the playoffs. So most people would have looked at what we did and with the change that we made and went, "Are you crazy? What is wrong with you?" Man, well, the results show that that was the best move we could have made. I do believe that was a good move. Almond. Minutes per goal. 90. You better get on down. Bye. That was it. Nope. I was petting you and being nice. Now you want to be a bonehead. Bye, dude. Come on. You got to rearrange this a little bit better. That's better. The A&W root beer at water add-on. This is so. Oh, I love this stuff. My favorite thing to get whenever I can get it. Because this stuff is the badass stuff right there. But yeah, now we're set and looking better. That's a little. You stay right there, camera. Don't you move. Don't you move. A little less trouble with this camera too. Because the simply fact is it's on a different computer and it's right behind it. So I won't have a trouble turning this one off again. Knock it off already, man, you little one little bastard. Looking, they are 8 points ahead of us. So 8 points ahead, same number. We're both on. Nope, they're a game behind us. So they could be 11 points up. So this is definitely a must-win situation. Definitely a must-have a win here situation. Yes, a tie would be okay. Uh, Still keeps us at 10 points, but we need to bring that down. We need to get that one. And the thing about it is, yeah, so we're at that part of the season where we're in the. This is our fifth match on the rebound towards the on the return towards the finals. We go, you will go through. We talked about it before. We were picked to be the best team, and we were picked again to be the top three teams in the league. So coming into this, everybody looks at you as that thing. That's how they play you. They set you up to be that player, that team. You do not need to be on my short list spending all my money on. So, they come out looking at you as the best, one of the harder teams. So they're going to look at you as a different way of being you. They're going to come out, they're going to look to try to beat you. They're going to look to try to own you. They want to do their best against you. Doesn't always work out. We've only lost a few matches. It ain't like we've lost a ton. But the computer, you look at the computer, and the computer's done the same deal. If you come out and you're the best team in the league and you play like the best team in the league, they will continue to look at ways to beat you. They will make changes to beat you. Glass Haunton is one of those teams that was not picked to be in the top, but they were in the top five, I believe. And everybody will look at them differently when they first play them, and then they'll try to make changes. And that's the cool thing about it is we are actually in that stage where they could start getting jerked around, and they could start getting the rough runs because everybody's adjusting to them. So that's the cool thing. Uh, like I said, we need a win. Why can't you just sit still? I don't understand why you keep moving. This phone is such a pain in the ass. But yeah, so uh, we're expected to draw. That means we can win this. And if we play like we've been playing in our last three games, in this game, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. Yeah, the game against Dennington that was inadvertently shut off when I screwed up the last 10 minutes of the stream. We scored 11 seconds in with Amon, and then it was a back and forth battle. We let them come back. We were up 3-0 in halftime, and I thought, oh, here we go. They got a goal, and they got another goal, and it's 3-2 all of a sudden. I'm sitting there going, man, this is just like it's been, and it didn't happen. Yes, we bringing back in our boy. Hello. We're bringing back our original goalkeeper. This makes a difference. We got Bondo to come in, and see, this is my whole complaint this year was Ben. It's with Ben that we didn't have. I had players that I needed and I couldn't get rid of, and I needed to replace. And what happened? As soon as the transfer embargo is released, we get Jados. What's up, folks? What's going on with the Jados raid? Hello, folks. Welcome in. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Oh, come on, man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. Tiny Tina, whoa, what's up? How y'all doing? Let me go ahead and start these shout outs. It's going to take me a minute, but we'll get them. What the? Oh. Amy. What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. I basically woke up and I yeah, I was like, I at least got a little bit better sleep last night. I guess. I mean, not much else you can do, I guess. But we just got a great. We woke up and I was like, let me get my coffee together. Let me get my coffee together and let's get this stuff together. And oh my goodness, yes, it's gonna make a big difference. And yes, it's a pain in the ass. But you know what? No, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And Brown has got to come out because he's yeah. We're gonna put King's Oast in there, and then we're gonna take him out of there, and we're gonna put let's see, Donna, I believe. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Nope. 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 Not Donna. Uh, there we go. No. Okay, that works. What's going on, y'all? Hope everybody is doing good. Hope everybody's having a great day. Now, who did I do a shout out for last? Jados. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing here. Don't mind me, I will get there. Tina. Bert! Welcome in, Bert. Hope everybody's having a good day. If I missed you guys, just let me know because I'll get there. Yeah, my scattered brain is all over the place right at the moment. We are flying along. Tiny, how you doing, Tina? Hope you're having a good day. Hope Amy's having a good day. Hey, that's you know what? Lurk alert, baby. Lurky lurky. I like that. I don't have a problem with that. Uh, we are having we are in the process of moving on towards January. We got this next match is the first place. The team we're playing against the first place team. Sorry if I keep looking down at my thing. You know I'm doing these stupid ass. I wish I could do this setup so that it did it on. What's up, game time? I didn't miss you. You're there. I see you. I see you hiding in the shadows back there. All right, let's see. We got Jadis, Tiny, Amy, G, game time. Bert. Oh, you were slipping my mind, Bert. You were slipping my mind there for a second. What is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. All right. I wish I had a Sammy right now. Um, if you've never been here before, and I'm not sure who all y'all are in, and some of the ones that didn't say hi, don't know who you are, but if you've never been here before, my name is Elf Sutton. Eric, you can call me any of those. I am a disabled streamer. We do charities in our streams. We always have a charity active every month. This month's charity is the Koning Childhood Cancer Foundation. Um, that's one of the big charities that we do. Anything that has to do with childhood cancer. For the simple fact is that's one of the things we do. Um, we are playing FM Football Manager 2024. We are Shire Academics. We are cruising and we are trying to play. We got a game against the number one team in the league right now to are 8 points ahead of us. We're struggling a little bit. We had to make some changes mid-season. We did. They seem to be working out well. We're bringing back Mr. Hall to do his thing. That is not what he's supposed to be, but we will leave him. We're going to do defend. I don't like, for whatever reason, I don't like that. We're going to try to win this match. We do. I stream almost every day. I try to stream sometime, maybe most of the time around the same time. I try to get in here between 10, anytime between 9:30 and 12. Let's just put it that way. I don't have a definite start time. I do try to start around 10 in the morning because that's what I like to do. So yeah, we stream this, and we also at times stream Elder Scrolls Online on the PlayStation. So just got my new setup. Just got the new computer in. Got it set up last night. Again, thank you, Amy, for the help last night. That was awesome, and it was needed, and it was something they gave me because my son and I was listening to it on my phone, and it's hard to do when you're trying to figure out what you're doing in here and in the other part of the room. So I was like, I don't know if this is working, but it worked out pretty good. I didn't notice that it did that. Interesting. I didn't notice that it did that. We are on a 4, except for this stupid loss that we had. I didn't remember losing that. Oh yeah, we did lose that, didn't we? Yeah, well, nothing I could do about that. But we have 4 out of 5 wins, which is good. We're trying our best to get back on the thing. We'll be playing in the red and white today. We're the home team. Hopefully we can get a home win. And we're off. We need a big victory. Scored the fastest goal, one of the fastest goals I've ever seen scored in a match yesterday. Mr. Almond scored a goal in 11 seconds.
Gets it out to the wing.
I'm going to have to look at that one. I'm going to go back and look at that and see what happened. Because that might be submitted to the Old Zealand for fast. Because I've seen, I don't think, it's hard to get a goal that quick. If I missed you and you came in and I didn't give you a shout out, that's simply solved. Go to in the box there. Go ahead and hit the. Ooh, you can do the shout out for yourself. If I missed you, all you do is you hit the exclamation point SO space at and your name. It'll shout you out. Anybody can do them. I don't have a problem with people self promoting in my stream. If you want to promote yourself, feel free to do so. That's what we're here for. We try to help as many people as we can when we can. Oh yeah, here we go. Ah, oh, Bondo. That would have been pretty. Oh, 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 that was beautiful. Wow, that was incredible. Wow, that's coming down. I'm telling you, this is what makes me so mad, because Bondo to Marsh, Bondo just burnt the hell out of him. That was beautiful. We fought from the beginning of the season in August until the middle of December. We were under an embargo because they were trying to figure out if they were going to have a board takeover. Second year in a row they talked about it. First time they've actually shut us down. And it hurt us because I was having stroke. I mean, we were in first place for a lot of that because we had a goal difference, or we had a game difference. We were up more games than everybody else. We were cruising, we were doing great, and then all of a sudden, about mid-September, the main players on my team, I won't, that was pretty. I won't say then, they doing it the whole last 2 seasons. They do what I call the, they were they were consistently inconsistent. We had too many games where we would be up 3-0 at halftime and lose the match 4-3, or we would be up, we would have the lead and then we'd do something stupid. We just didn't keep playing, and we did that too many times. And the final blow was when we had a 2-0 loss to one of the bottom 3 teams in the league after a game where we were up 3-0 and ended up tied 4-4 that we shouldn't have been. So I made the major decision to I took all the starters that I thought were the cause of the problem, put them on the reserve team, and then moved the players, the best rated players from my under 18s to the top level. I kept Quacky and Page and Ajuf for the time being, and Adeniyi, Marsh, and a few other players that stayed up. And we lost the first match, we lost the second match, then Grandelf, my son character on here, threw shutout. And then in the last 5 matches, we've lost once. They beat us. They earned the win over us in that match because it was a very good match. The biggest difference has been this team doesn't slow down, doesn't give up, and we then were able to, once the transfer went through, we brought back our old friend Bondo, who immediately had the first match he came in, he had an assist. Second match he came in, he had an assist. Third match he scored. This is his 4th goal he scored, and he scored again. So he's right on the top of He kind of brought it back where he left off with us.
Changing the point of attack.
You'll notice a tiny little bit of difference in the speed
Capable of
of the
taking.
game in the match because we were running a one PC system. Now we're on a two PC system, and
Good win of the ball.
after about 2 hours of messing around with it yesterday, we finally got the OBS situation figured out.
Wouldn't be beaten
Thank
now.
you. No, that was nice. All right, let's go. Come on, oh, come on, boys. You gotta do better than
Towards the
that.
flank. Chance here.
No, not really.
Defending here is
Great
resolute.
defense.
Oh, that is
Until
special.
that, as soon as I say no,
Fantastic
great defense, what
They
happens?
can always come through. Remarkable.
Jesus Christ, dude, what the hell was that?
That's a decent
Defending
ball.
was there. I
Chance
mean,
here.
I don't know. That was a hell of a shot. There's not much else you could do.
First time.
No,
Oh,
defense
that
wasn't where
is
it wasn't as
special.
good as I thought it was. You fucking little bastard, get away from me. So yeah, that was terrible defense at the top. Great shot though. We kind of altered our tactic a tiny little bit because I don't mind playing Quacky in midfield. I don't mind him being there, but he's a better provider if he plays up further. So we moved him in a little bit and put him at a shadow striker position. So he's going to be our shadow striker there.
Now, what's next?
Come on, boys, let's go.
Good play. No margin for error there.
I was hoping possibly he was better than he was the last time we had him because that was part of the problem with Hall was he kind of didn't play up to speed all the time. But he's okay. He'll be all right. It's his first game back. You know what? Owen's okay. We got him in there. Don't you just worry about that. We will see what we can do. I mean, we've had three shots. We got to get some shots going here. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, we're gonna throw the water bottle. See if we can stir. They're gonna get pissy about it. You know what? Don't care. You guys should be playing better than this. You've had three shots. You're the better team. There's no way you should be doing that.
Key to get going here.
Yeah, our passing has not been the greatest in this match today. Coming off a win like yesterday, man, that's terrible. Coming off a big win yesterday. But we'll see what happens.
Now, what's next? Has he picked him out? Has been found square from here. Great pass.
It's a little quieter today because I turned the air conditioner off right now. It's not that bad.
Hit the flag of the goal. Oh, it's a real opportunity missed there. All he needed to do was get some
I
control.
don't remember ever seeing that happen. That was kind of weird.
Closed him down quickly.
I've never seen a guy with somebody in the box with a ball and the instant stop. That was kind of messed up.
Great effort. Beautifully played corner.
Let's go, boys. Got to slow this down.
Corner then.
Yeah, that transfer embargo hurt us big time. It kept us from being able to do the changes we needed to do.
And look to build on that. Driving on, a real charge here, searching ball out wide. To go deep. Nicely measured pass. Just a fraction.
It's one of the most outrageously crazy 4-4-2s I've ever seen.
Gets onto it. That
Come
was
on, Paige.
a
Nice
weak
try.
corner.
Oh, I didn't make changes, don't I? Sure do. Now, that was work. And look who scored the goal, Mr. Quackinator. That was insane. Crossbar twice. Crossbar twice. Crossbar. Crossbar. Flipped it back up. Get the and then he said, "Let me get this over here." And then was Harper. That was crazy. Wow, that was nuts. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. That was kind of weird. Kind of a little scary there for a minute. Working our asses off to get that goal, but we got it. That's what matters. I gotta make changes. Gotta make them, and I'm not gonna let it start on me again. Do I want to put? I didn't change it, and I thought I did. Damn. Uh. Hmm. Kalala. 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 Kalala comes in. Kalala. Kulalala. I like that name. Kalala. I would take a time with these guys, but I much prefer, and that's the difference. That play right there, it shows the difference in what this team is compared to what they were before. Because uh, both goals today we've earned were not clear-cut goals. They were goals we had to earn, and they're actually playing like a hell of this. I'm telling you, this is going to be a great thing for us because the players that are on the team right now, all the youth players. Oh, beautiful pass! Oh, what a play! Yeah, if you go back and watch plays from the September, October, November area, and watch this game and the last game since we made the change in early December, it's like two different teams. And I mean, yeah, there's about half the number of players are new and different and changed, but it's still it's just weird.
Looking to hit the right. Great exchange. Early ball. Early ball. Tries to stroke it forward. Looking to go deep.
Yeah, he can't touch the ball. He's offsides.
Shoots! Oh, that is sensational! Fantastic
Oh, what the hell are you doing, man? I guess he's not playing much more. That might have been a mistake bringing his ass in here. Now, I hate to tell you, but if that would have been us, the other end, they would have called us offside without the dude touching the ball. Because almost every time they call us offsides, he should have been called for offsides because he was. He didn't touch the ball. Yeah, I get that, but yeah, you got to be consistent. And the refereeing in this level is terrible. Terrible. Hey, they fought hard. That's the problem. We've been fighting hard at this match, trying to do what we can against the best team in the league. So, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to end up the way the 3-2 loss to a 3-2 loss. That's the second time that's happened to me.
Well played.
Oh, this game's far from over. That was not helpful. That wasn't good.
A searching ball out wide. Fired deep towards the back post.
Oh my God. How much time we got left? We got 7 minutes. Anything's possible. Anything's possible with this team. I'm not liking that. Why is there only one guy there? I don't understand. They're gonna play that short corner shit. Get them. Oh, let's go, boys. Come on, this is for us. Let's get a goal here.
As he picks him out. Decent ball.
Oh, that's not good. That's definitely not good. Too many people in the middle. They outplayed us. How the hell are we getting that many people back on a 4-4-2? I've run a 4-4-2 counter like that. This don't look like a 4-4-2. I mean, he's got to be. They got to have everybody on attack because there's absolutely no way we should have had
Oh
a
my
5-on-4.
word, that is
Look, they've got
fantastic.
5, 6 players. They got 5 players back to our 4. That doesn't make any sense. And they are running a 4-4-2. Ball winning at center. They got. I guess they're using their attacking wingers. So that's probably the biggest difference. But
Takes a look up, puts his foot on the gas.
nice pass. Get that goal back.
Goal defended
Hello.
in
David
fantastic time.
Evans
Managed to
gets his
finish with the
second goal of the
opener.
year. Good job,
What
fellas.
a rocket! That is
When we do well, we
special.
do well. That was pretty. You can't complain about it. That
He's
was a
lost his
pretty.
man.
That was a very pretty setup. Got it to the right guy. Everybody on side, and it
Oh,
was a beautiful shot.
sensational! Exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
Yeah, the good thing about what we did with this team is, um, when you have youth players in this game, the only way the youth players once they get to 18 get better is to
Through, he's
play in
had a quick
matches
look
that matter,
inside.
and that doesn't count for like under 18 leagues. It doesn't count for if there's an under 18 league cup that they could be in. It might help. All right, my friend. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate it. So the good thing about what's going on with this team right now is it's all like most of the team that's playing right now are youth players. So every game they play, they get better help and they're getting more brought in, and they're it's helping develop this team. So the good thing is a lot of these players that were on the under 18 that are actually pretty decent. We have been getting lucky and having some very good. Let's see, Kenzo, Swinburne, Denny, Page, Quacky, Almond, Elf, Hardman, Parker, Evans, and Kalala. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be easier to count the ones that aren't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a 15-team roster or a 16-team roster. 5 of them are not youth. So everybody that gets into those matches and does well in those matches, and that was my fault for changing that. I shouldn't have did that. I did something dumb. Uh, Good job, Kalala. I did something dumb. My fault. I shouldn't have did it. I knew I shouldn't have did it when I did it, but I did it, and I'm gonna do it back now because it broke the streak. Though, you never change your if you're winning and you're doing something good, you don't make a change. And I did. I changed my goalkeeper because I brought Hall in. I wanted to change him, and I shouldn't have did that. My fault. I got to take the blame for that one. They played. I mean, they tried. They did very much try. Good. Get rid of his stupid ass. Bye. Allison complained. All right, he was the starting. He was the better goalkeeper that was on the main roster. Yes, I let Grandolph started 4 matches in a row for the simple fact is that we were winning, and you don't change that, and that's why we lost that match because I changed it. And then he comes to me and complains because he ain't getting enough time, and I tell him, chill out, man. It'll be all right. I usually don't answer those, but I answered that one. So yeah, so this team could be this year could be a very important year, especially if we do get moved up because a lot of the players that were struggling or were in the lower levels that weren't going to get better are going to get better now for the simple fact that we're using them. They're getting to play. Grandelf has already improved, so unless a miracle happens, he's never going to be a spectacularly great player because he was the made up of the the there's a way you can get in the game. Um, if you are a fan of football and you've always wanted to see what it would be like for you to play on a team, you can do that. For 250 bits, you can get a Gandalf type player. Basically, what that is for 250 bits, you will get put on a random team in a random position in a random country. We have 6 countries available. We have Saudi, Brazil, U.S., England. I can't remember the other two, but there's 6 teams. And what basically will happen is, if you want to be put on a team and you be put on a random team in a random country at a random position, we'll add 2 points to your ratings, and we will give you a random number added to your potential to up to 50. So it'll be a 1 to 50, and whatever number that is will be added, but you can't go above 50. Um, for 500 bits, you can become the same thing, but you'll be a better player. You get random team, random country, random position, 3 points added to your attributes, up to 100 added to your potential. Better player. Then you could do what Mr. Quacky did, and you could do 750 bits, and basically what that gets you is a player that's a star player but not a wonder kid. You get a added up to 150. We'll do a random number between 1 and 150. We'll add that to your potential. You get 3 points added. The first 2 attributes are under 10. Any attribute under 10 gets 2 for the first one, 3 for the second one. In the third one for 750, you get 3 points added, or 4 points added to every attribute under 15. And then the final way to get involved is, that's for 750. For 1,000 bits, you become a wonder kid. You get a random number between 150 and 200. You get 5 points added to every attribute under 50. You get in these last two, you get to choose the team, the country, the team, and the position. So you can be anybody you want to be. And we'll keep track of you. We'll look at you. We'll show you, like when Quack came in yesterday, we wanted to look at his player. We'll show you the stats and stuff that are going on, and we'll keep you wherever. We'll get you on a team. If you want to be on that team, we will keep you on that team. We'll give you a 5-year contract with that team to start out. We can't, if it's not our team, we can't guarantee that you stay there. So that's the kind of cool thing about it. That's one way to get involved. We do have 3. The other way you can get involved in the matches, and this is per match. If you have 1,500 channel points and you want to get involved in the match, all you got to do is there's a channel point redeem that will immediately have me change the. Thank you for the follow, Mr. OG Vampire. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a good day today. What do I do with my pen now? I have more trouble keeping this pen in hand. Give you a shouty. Now that I'm thinking about it, did I see Mr. Niche? What's up, buddy? How you doing today? Give you one too. Hope everybody's having a. Hey, now, listen. We talked about this earlier, Miss Peach. Peach, you can come over here and try to stop me from doing what I need to do. I love you to death, baby, but you gotta stop with that. You gotta settle down some. You're a little over the top there, kiddo. Alright, gotta remember how to spell it. Oh, that was definitely not good. Oh, yeah, we're doing well today. There we go. And then Mr. Niche is here. We'll give Niche one a shout out. Hope you're having a great morning, Mr. Niche. I just will you Peach, now you're just as bad as your brother. You don't need to be on this right here, baby. I got no room for you guys. I know it's terrible, but I got no room right now. You don't need to be under my under the thing 24/7. If I wasn't streaming right now, she would be anywhere near me. She'd be off doing something else. Silly ass kitty. This is my baby. But yeah, if you want to do the other way to get involved is for 1,500 channel points. You in the middle of a match, you put it in. We will immediately change to a different tactic. I have three tactics: one, two, three. Right now, I believe we're using number one tactic. It only applies to that game. It doesn't apply to other games. It doesn't apply full time. Um, so yeah, but oh, I forgot. I could do that too. I never thought about that. That could be an interesting addition. Uh, what are you doing? Huh? Will you please lay down somewhere, baby? You can't bounce around like that, hon. I gotta be able to figure out what I'm in a tight spot as it is anyway, and you can't do that. I know you. I love you to death, Miss Peachy. You my baby, but you gotta give me a chance to be able to do too, huh? Huh? What you doing? What you doing, honey? Oh, you can come up here and sit. You can climb up on top. Oh, my baby. You're so soft and cuddly today, huh? She's being a cuddle monster. But yeah, if you do that, I never thought about that. I got a couple additions that I might be making to. I didn't think about that till now, but we could do that. If we're gonna add the ability to be a director of football or a coach too. Um, that way you could actually be made a coach and put on your team, and that could be interesting. Come on, kid. What is up with you today? Huh? I'll have to figure that one out. Could you imagine giving you coaching? That is not going to happen. Don't do it again. That's not nice. No claws. There's absolutely no reason for you to put a claw in my leg at all. That was not cool, kid. I'm their pincushion. They like to pincushion me. They think it's a good thing to put their claws into my legs. I literally look like I've been in a knife fight. Seriously. But yeah, for so if you spend 1,500 channel points, we'll immediately change to the next tactic. If it's done again in the same game, we'll change to the next tactic. If there's 15 people if there's 15 people in the event in the channel and everybody spends 1,500 channel points, we would change it 15 times. Uh, Probably if that was to ever happen, it would be a time limit. There would be like a 5 to 10 minute in-game time limit to stay on the new tactic instead of just rotating around, because that would really be a pain. We did it once. Somebody did it a month ago, and I can't remember who it was now. But it didn't really make any effect, and they did it outside of the match. So we started the match with the regular tactic and automatically made the change. That's the best way to do that. So it was kind of funny. The biggest thing is not all three of my tactics use the same personnel. Uh, so it can cause an effect, especially when you go from um, like my middle tactic is a five defensive back tactic. We don't have five defensive backs on the field, and I don't have five guys that can play defensive back that are extra on the thing. So that can be a pain, and it could cause issues. But it is what it is. It's a fun thing to do. We're working. I'm trying to come up with some other ideas for that that would be fun. Get the community involved. Um, yeah, I didn't think about being able to make a manager character, because you could be made a manager. You could be made the manager of your favorite team. Now my brain in overload again. Here we go. So we are one match ahead of them. We are 11 points back, but they have a game edge on us, so they could be as high as 14 points ahead of us. Everybody else, that's a 6 point difference. We're a game behind. We're a game ahead of them too. They're 1 point ahead of us, a game ahead of us. So all these teams around us have a game. We're a game ahead. We have a game advantage on. But problem is, the good thing is, we got at least safe at fifth place because we are on the same level with them in a 5 point lead. So coming into the last 17 games, we know where we stand and what we need to do to try to get better. The good thing is, in about we're in December, so in about 4 months we'll get our under 18, we'll get our youth intake, and hopefully we'll get a good player out of that. Would be nice. Would definitely be nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that. I'll figure that out by the end of the day, the end of, and put a new thing up for that. But we might have the same. We might have the same kind of a menu, but for coach. Uh, Something along the lines that for we might not have four options. We might only have a couple options. But if a coach, you get to be able to choose the tactic you'd like to, your favorite tactic to use, your team. Uh, do some adjustments to your attributes. Be maybe three levels. You'd have a Sunday league coach, a good coach, and then a Pep Guardiola type coach. That definitely could be an interesting idea to add in, because then you'd have like the opportunity to be that would be fun. You could pick any team. It would probably be 500 and I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out. That would be creating a new coach. Period. I mean, well, no, because basically what we would do in that case, the coaches and stuff don't come in new every year, like you do. I mean, you do get new coaches and you get players that become coaches. But what we would do is we would go to the staff menu, search menu, find the worst coach that would be on a team, or actually we'd find the worst unemployed coach, make that person a coach, and then move them to their new team and improve them that way, so that you could be basically you'd be starting. I'm pretty sure with everything that's in the editor, I could change everything about that person. Name. The only thing we couldn't do, we'd have to like and unfortunately, it's the one you have to go for. Like, for example, my boy right here is an African Jay Briggs. If I was to have somebody who was not African want to be a coach, we wouldn't be able to use him because I can't change the picture. That's the one thing you can't change. You can't change race, and the pictures, I don't know how to change them. I think you might be able to, but I don't know how. So we would have to find, meet that criteria. Um, if it's not a problem, it's really, hey, if I, whatever, doesn't matter. We're not going to make it a problem, but I just want to make sure, that people are not like, oh, okay, that's not going to work. So, yeah, I ended up doing that with Quacky because I didn't want to have. What the hell are you doing? Oh, you got the sock. I like. I looked at her and she jumped up on the thing like she was eating something, and it's a freaking sock. I was scared for a second. I thought she was having a freaking seizure or something. I got one of these pair of. My ex left me a pair of, well, more than one. I had some of the ones from the dollar store, like the little novelty socks that you get for the different times. There's Mr. Quacky's outlook on his game. He's getting there. I don't like working on it. I want to work on his passing. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna work on the crossing, the passing. First touch needs to come up. Finishing's okay. Dribbling's okay. Not worried about those. Uh, Anticipation needs to come up. All these need to come up. But his passing and his technique could be better. Not bad. I mean, the technique's a 10, and he's still got a long way to go. Uh, a long way to go. Because he's just now, this is only his second year, first full year, really. And His potential ability is 149. His current ability is 34. So there's a long way to go. It's not going to happen overnight. So the way, and that's what it is. That's what a 750 player looks like. He gets to come in and he made himself. We took what we could where we did, and we put him in. There was a potential to be one of two players that would have fit the build that he wanted. One of them not as good as the one we made him on to. So that's what. And basically, what that happens is, the pan. What's up, buddy? How are you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm happy with the. I finally got things the way I wanted them, and we're cruising. Let's see. Nope, nope, nope. There he is. The pain. How you doing today, man? Hope you're having a great Wednesday. It is Wednesday. I think it's still Wednesday. Uh, I'm just happy I got everything working the way it was supposed to. Now you see how much difference. If you've been here before, you'll notice how much faster it's moving now that we don't have the one PC setup. It will get faster because I don't think all the teams are shut off again to where they need to be. So there's that, but it's kind of cool, and it flies when you're doing this. Now we've been planning to do it, and we hadn't been able to do it yet, but we are going to start a. Uh, yeah, I just woke up. I woke up at like 10:03. I felt well. No, that's not true. I was up at 1:49. I was up at 3:30. Up at like 5:30, 7 something, and then I fell asleep from. Peach, what are you doing, Miss Hyperactive? I swear to God, she's got a hidden stash of catnip. What are you doing, you silly thing? What'd you do with your sock? It's the little one's fault because she comes down here and her energy when she comes down, they don't want to play with her yet. There's some of them that are still giving her hassle, but she does wear off on them. But yeah, so I forget what the hell I was talking about before that. Oh, I got up at 10:03 and I thought, you know what? I need to get ready. So I made my coffee, came in and turned it on. I had to when we redid the OBS. It was supposed to be where the OBS was going to stay on the computer it was on. I was going to move the game over to this, but the setup for the card didn't work that way. I had to keep the game on the original computer and move OBS over. The problem with that was uh, the new computer is not the fastest computer. There's issues. It's Windows 10 Pro, but it's got 4 GB of memory and it's got a lot of room on the hard drive, but it runs like crap. And when I first loaded OBS, I went in, brought the stream elements over like I did before, and nothing. It just did not work the way it was supposed to. It kept crashing. Uh, I we the original setup was great, and then I went and started adding stuff in. Desi, I am well. How are you, my friend? Always good to see you in my stream, my friend. You've been in the streams a lot. We've been uh, me and Desi's known each other for a while, even before we got into this crazy place called LSW. Um, First of all, let me do this. Are you going to do it? Thank you. If you are looking for a awesome Discord filled with the most awesomest people in the world, and from all over the world, that link right there will take you to the LSW Discord. It's a support Discord. Um, Best people in the world are in that Discord. Um, Support each other in everything, not just going to streams. We're there for each other. It's just like being part of a family, part of the stream team. And if you're looking for advice in becoming a better streamer, ways to improve your streams, or whatever, hit that link, join them, tell them I sent you, then you'll get kicked out. No, they might boot you. No, great group of people. Um, me and Dazzy have been around the block for a while. We've known each other for quite some time. Different. I think we were even in a different support. Uh, this cat is cracking me the hell up. She just found that sock and she is going off. We've even been in other discourse together, but yeah, it's kind of cool. Uh, Met a lot of fun people, a lot of good people. Uh, it's based out of England. The owners are English. A lot of English folk, UK folk. I mean, we're all over the place. Quite a few people from the States. Quite a few people from England. Believe there's people from different countries. So it's kind of cool. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. Um, yeah. So, it's a great group of people. Love them to death. One of the best things that you will ever find if you need, you know, something or someone that you need to figure out what's, it's great because you get all kinds of advice and fun, and there's always somebody. If you play certain games, we got collaborations that go on and all kinds of stuff. So check it out. It's a lot of fun. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, if you're on Twitch and you have Prime, um, I was kind of mad yesterday. I get on my page. I'm on my computer. I'm looking at what's going on. I'm like all happy, trying to. I knew my computer was coming in the morning, and uh, I look at my. I went to do my thing, and I saw that there was four new things added to the Prime Gaming. They give away games. If you're a member of Prime and you're linked to your Prime, you will get a section that will show you the games that Prime offers. What the hell is the very first game on the top? After being a game for over 18 months, they finally give away FM24. I was like, are you kidding me? You couldn't have given it away 18 months ago when I bought the damn thing. You couldn't give it to me then. So yeah, if you're a fan of this game and you wanted to try this game, it is free with Prime Gaming right now. Uh, get it, check it out. There is a new one coming out in the fall. I'm not sure if it's going to be 25 or 26. Probably going to call it 26, but hey, it's coming out. No details on it yet. Hoping that they're going to just roll with what they were going to do before. Uh, that was supposed to be 25 that got canceled. That means they're going to be adding women's soccer, women's football. They're going to change the UI, which I really think is a mistake. I really don't want them to do that, but they're probably going to. But, it is what it is. We will deal with it when it comes out. We're about to play Claycross Town. They're in second place. They're not quite in range right now, but a loss to us would help improve that. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. This was supposed to be an experiment that lasted until here. Ain't an experiment anymore. We've been winning. Uh, so we're 3-2 in the last five, and we're like 4-2 in the last six. We've been having some good games. We're expected to win this. I hope so. I really don't want to lose this match. As long as I don't lose two in a row, I'm kind of happy. I'd rather not. I'd rather have wins and ties, not losses and ties. But as long as we don't lose two in a row, I'm good. I will probably have to make changes to the team though for this round because we're playing way too many matches in between. We just played a couple days ago, and then we're gonna have like this schedule. I will never understand. They put us in some weird situations. We had four games in 7 days, more than once. We at one point in time had like 7 games in just over 2 weeks, and then we would go 10 days without a match. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Or we go 14 days without a match after a large match congestion. I'm sitting, why are you doing that? Part of the reason for us is well, that's the problem, Daz. We don't know for sure that's going to happen. Uh, that was the plan last year. Yeah, that was the plan last year, but they haven't announced anything new for this year. So we don't know exactly what's coming out. I agree with you 100%. I'm looking forward to the women's football. I think it'll be a nice addition. Uh, I don't think I want Statham to go anywhere. Yeah, Statham can go. he's 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 got decent numbers. He is only 16, and he could become a better player. But I mean, this is where you've got. Maybe I don't want him going anywhere. Did I not offer him a contract? Well, that's just going to be. No, I'll let him go because I mean he's an under 18 guy that is not really going to make a big. Y'all want to fight over an 18, a 16-year-old? Be my guest. He's not a wonder kid. But you know what? That one thing I don't look forward to is the new UI. I think they're making a mistake. They are making it look too much like a mobile game. And again, I got to preface this with this: we have no idea what's coming out for the new stuff because they have only announced the new game. They have not made any announcements at all about what's coming in there. No, I was saying that I look forward to the women's game. I look forward to the hopefully improvement of the international game. They were supposed to take the international game out because it was broken. But if you're going to have the women's game in the game, you've got to have international play because to me, women's international play is more fun to watch than men's international play because it is there's a wider variety of like, and you look at the men's game, you've got Germany and Italy and Brazil and Argentina and England and all those teams, and you pretty much know the ones that are gonna be. There's surprises sometimes, but not as often. When you look at the women's side of international play, for an American, that's the team for us because our women's team is great. Our women's team is much better than our men's team, but the women's side is more fun to watch because they work harder, they play harder on the national international version. I don't look forward to the new UI because I think the new UI is going to make it look way too much like a mobile game. Yeah, I mean, and for I don't know why because honestly, it's kind of like what's in America. The only sport that really has a women's division that anybody talks about is the WNBA, and it's the joke. It's the I have no problem with any people and what they if you want to be what you want to be, that's good and all, but when you use your lifestyle and are racist towards a player that is it just doesn't make any sense. And I think the WNBA is a joke. They it, and then you have it in women's soccer too. If you watch women's soccer, and women don't play, they are it can sometimes be a lot less fun to watch because they get outrageously physical. I mean, you see women hair pulling. I mean, they take it to the max and they don't play. And it's fun to watch sometimes, but to me, it also takes away from the game. The nice thing is with FM, you won't have that. You'd be able, they won't be. You might have higher aggression for some of the women, but it won't be where you'll have that in the. You're not going to see that in the match engine. You're not going to see Alicia Lehman in a game run up behind somebody and forearm shiver them in the back of the head or pull their hair or whatever, like they do in real life. Because I've seen that, that's crazy. But it'll be a new thing to do because, one of the problems that people were having with FM24 is the normal life cycle is a year. You buy it in November, you buy a new one the next November. They didn't have that. So we're a whole new year into the next. And yeah, you're right. They are. And but see, I kind of disagree with that because uh, for me, I love the game for what the game is. I don't love I love watching scored goals. I love, but there to me, it's kind of like the strategy of soccer or football is what makes me like the sport because there are some my dad hates football. He doesn't like soccer because he says it's the most boring thing in the world. He's a baseball fan. I could argue with you that a baseball game can be boring as hell because there's so much inactivity. The thing about football is what you might consider to be inactivity is not inactivity. It's strategy to try to get a place where you can make a goal. And that to me is the biggest part of what makes football what it is. It's the strategy. It's the individual talents. It's not just it's not just a team game because one individual, you put a Messi, if I went out and put Messi on my team, we'd skyrocket to the top because he's Messi. Same with Ronaldo or Mbappe or Lamau or you know Carvajal. All these different players that are amazing players can make a difference on a soccer team or a football team. Big time make a difference. Um, you take a great player in other like American sports that are so different than other sports around the world. They're like in the NFL, a great quarterback can make a great team, but a great quarterback cannot make your team unbeatable because the rest of the team's got to be decent. You could put a Messi on this team that I have right now, and he would make this team unbeatable because there'd be nobody in the division he's in to beat him. And that's one of the things that about American sports that kind of drives me crazy. That the USL is going to change in 2027, but it's the only. This will be the first time I think ever in the history of any American sport that we have promotion and relegation, and it's in the second tier football teams. Where the USL, it used to be the biggest, and now MLS is there. You will never see that in the MLS, I doubt, because unlike owners in other countries, like with football, I mean, could you imagine if the Premier League teams that are the Premier League teams this year said we're not going to do promotion and relegation anymore. We don't believe that we should ever have to go that low because we're the money that comes in and we're the people that we're worth billions and we should never be demoted. That would be like that's what it's like if you have here. The only sport in American sports that could legitimately have a promotion relegation style at this time set right now would be baseball because you have Major League Baseball, then you have Triple A baseball, then you have Double A baseball, then you have Single A baseball, then you have rookie leagues, and you could there all those are affiliated with you'll have like the Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates. They have a Triple A team, a Double A team, a Single A team, a couple rookie ball teams, and some other teams all spread out. They are all under the Pirates. That would be like if, for example, in this, if let's say Shire Academics became affiliate to Manchester United, the players, in that perspective, with like what the baseball system is in America, is everybody that is in, like when they do a draft, in the major leagues. When they do a draft or they hire a player, that player can be put at any level they want to. Certain levels have certain age groups and stuff like that, but you own that player all the way down through. Those teams are not independent. They are actually owned by their major league team. That would be like if I was becoming like I said, if Shire became an affiliate to Manchester United would then own all our players. We would all be it's like having your reserve under 21, under 18s, under 23s. All that stuff is the same thing, but in a different scale. They're all like my under 18 team is doing pretty decent. They're not great. They don't have a bunch of them, but thank you for the check in, OG. Um, so the concept when people look at the differences between like European sports and American sports, the comparison is very hard to do because the levels and the way things are so different. But yeah, could you imagine Manchester City's been in some trouble. They've done some stupid shit, and they've got a laundry list of things that they did wrong and violations that they did to the thing, and they still haven't been punished for it. They've had hearings and everything else, but there's never been a punishment handed down. They literally could be sent all the way down to the Vanarama North South with the punishment if they wanted to. That would be like taking the Pittsburgh Pirates and sending them to the Durham Bulls in A ball because they violated the rules of the game. And the owners, that would never happen here. There's no way that would ever happen here. In outside of the U.S., if that happens, hey, guess what? See ya. You screwed up. I can't. I think you can manage them in this. I thought you could. Uh, yeah. I mean, I would love to see them give you the opportunity, especially. And to be quite honest about it, this is supposed to be football manager, but you're not the football manager. You're the pretty much the owner of the team in all but title because most of the stuff that we handle as the coach, the coaches don't handle in real life. We just a manager in real life may have a little bit of say in the transfer budget and in the transfers because you're gonna if you're a board and you have any faith in your coach, you want your coach involved in that. But they're not going to be the one that makes the decisions and does the uh, you're not going to do the negotiations. You might say to a player, it's like in college football in America. Once a player graduates high school, they'll be if they're a good player, they're going to be recruited by all the major colleges, and those coaches are going to go out. Most of the time, it's going to be the coaches or a member of their recruitment team that are going to go and talk to them. But eventually, the original head coach is going to do the biggest part of it to bring a player in. That's the same kind of thing, but you don't do the negotiations of the contracts. You don't do the hiring and firing of your assistants and stuff like that. That has absolutely nothing. You could probably tell the director of football, "Hey, I want this person. Hey, I want that person," but you're not going to be the one doing the negotiations. I really would love to see them put in an owner mode, especially uh, who somebody was they were talking to. I can't remember who it was. I was watching something. They were talking about they wanted to start playing the game, and they were being worked through it. And it was somebody new that never played the game before, and they were all excited because they were going to work for an international team, and they were going to get 750 grand a year to be the coach of the international team. Until this, he's all like, "Yeah, what can I do with this money?" And his chat was like, "Nothing. There's nothing to it. It's just a number." I would love to see them add that ability in this game because, be honest with you, I could if I was to save up about 4 months worth of money. If I didn't have to pay out 4 months worth of money, I could probably buy Shire Academics because they're not worth very much money. They're an amateur team. This what we've done and made them semi-pro is fun and it's great, but they are a semi-pro team in real life. I think their total value when you first start the game is worth like $500, and that's what's awesome about football in England that I would love to be able to see here in America because we don't have that. We have high school teams more so now than we did when I was in school because when I was in school, you didn't know there was no such thing as a soccer team. Only the biggest schools in the states had them, and they were like maybe five of them in a state, and that was it. Now every high school team has a soccer team. Their soccer team in America, it's a football team because we have American football. But there's just the I, I've always wanted to say. I always said, my family comes from England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. I'm a Celtic mixed bag, basically. If you know familiar with if you're familiar with Ireland, there's a castle called Sutton Castle. That's ruins now, but there's a hotel room. There's a hotel there. That is from my family goes back to the days when that was a real castle. Uh, I've done. I would love to come over to England and Ireland and Scotland and Wales and visit because I'm into that. I like this. Being that I am what I am, ancestors are an important part of respect to them as much as possible. My problem would be I would be in the go visit a little bit and then I'd be at a football match and in the pub because I would literally go. I don't care if it's 4 and 5 year old kids out there kicking the ball around. and learning, or an under 21 match, or a senior match. I would watch, like, I'm not a huge sports person anymore. I don't watch sports like I used to. I used to participate in I used to participate in I used to participate in fantasy sports. It was fantasy baseball, fantasy football, American football, and do all that. And I used to keep track on this stuff. There was a time in the '90s when you asked me about a player in American sports, I would know every detail about him that I needed to. But the only real American sports team I watch now are my Steelers, because I've been a Steeler fan since like 1970. That was not offsides. Sorry, that was not offsides. So, I have a history with the Steelers for 50 years. So, and I'm like a Steeler fan in comparison to someone who would be a Manchester United fan. You know, we have that we have those type of fans. The sport's just a little different. American football runs from September through January, February.
Good reason for optimism here. Confident was that. Backed himself all the way. Very nicely worked. Love the little exchange that was made in the build-up.
That was terrible.
And look to build on that. He's lost his man.
I don't understand
Well, that's
why.
He's come good yet again.
So we have our four defenders in the box, four, 1, 2, 3. But yet, the dude that should have been covering the man with the ball was playing double team on the guy in the middle, who was already double teamed on the other side by somebody else. That was a great defensive play right there. I'm impressed with that.
The defending here is resolute. Is in acres of space here. Measured pass.
Yeah, I don't watch anything. I watch my Steelers over everything, if I'm watching it, or I'll listen to it on the radio. But I would watch. I don't care who it is.
Neat exchange.
I will watch football, non-American football. I don't care who's playing. I think that, like I said, the biggest problem and complaint has been that people don't have an there's it cracks me up sometimes when you see these cartoon creators, because you know this is legitimately a sandbox game, because if you just play it right out of the box, the minute that you start your league, it's an entirely new world, because unless you automatically make changes to the game according to real life, everything's different. Messi does not play for Miami in my save. He didn't play for Miami because I made it so that there was none of those transactions took place. So he didn't play for Miami. I think last year he was being looked at by Chelsea. Um, you got, as soon as you start this game, it is a totally new world, and I could start the same game, the same start file, save it one and do another one, and I could play the exact same start, but the minute I hit a button, as soon as I hit the button to advance one day in this save, same basic setup, as soon as I hit day one, the advance on this one and advance on this one, two totally different worlds. And for me, that's a freaking amazing. And that's one of the reasons why I think people who are complaining that they say, well, I don't play FM24 anymore because the game got boring or whatever. How does the game get boring? I mean, I play offline save. My offline save, basically what I did was I loaded every team that was, like, when you look at the startup screen for you choosing your leagues you want in the game, I have downloaded a database, and I have up to 300 teams that could be chosen. And depending on what the team is and who the teams are, they will have a little star beside their name. I have every team that has a star beside their name in the things loaded on my offline save. I have England down to like level 10, and then everybody else was down to level. But I started them all out except for England out as view only, so it didn't affect my game speed. It runs really fast. Um, and get in there. There you go. Oh, man. 20th goal of the season. He's kicking some serious ass. Good job, fellas. That's my boys. Way to play. Way to play. Way to keep playing. Don't give up. That's my boys. So, I kind of cracks me up when you see these when you see these guys say, "Well, I don't have anything to do in the game." I'm sorry. One of the things you can do is take your favorite team, make you up as a player, and put you on there and see where your career goes. Do a like I've seen Tom FM did one that he coached 100 teams in one season. Yes, he coached 100 teams in one season. Did it on YouTube. It's a YouTube video. That's crazy. To even think that you could do 100 teams in one season. That's goal two. Hello, Mr. Marsh. And all of a sudden, we woke up and started playing in the last 10 minutes. Holy shit, that was beautiful. But you know, this is a long-term save done on Twitch that is gonna be, we've got like April's coming up, and this is the end of December. So in April, end of March, April, in probably three real life days. So by Sunday, most likely, we will be in April, and we will have our next influx. And if somebody wants to be involved in the game, they can add a player in then, and that immediately makes the game a totally weird and different thing because it makes it more fun. It gets people involved. If to be honest, if I had if I could find enough people that would do it, I'd start an online league with this in a heartbeat. Oh, that kind of sucks. Got to bring our players in because we're a little tired. Nice thing is I wanted to do it at the next match because it's like a freaking month off. It seems like. Come on, baby, get out there, Armin. You the man. I love this game. I really do. But yeah, it's free. If you want to play the game, it's free with Prime. If you're not a Prime subscriber, just to get this game for free, if you're a football fan, is enough reason to subscribe to Prime. Bondo! Dude! Yeah, I mean there's a lot of stuff I'd like to see added to the game. I think you should be able to buy a team and own a team and all that. I really hope they change it. I hope they do take the shouts out and remove them and change them or fix them or leave them out because shouts are no good. I mean, like, I could sit here right now and tell them to calm down. So I put the calm down in at the 53-minute mark. Okay, a little bit after 53 minutes. I want to see how long it's going to take for it. It should immediately go in. As soon as I do that, it should immediately say, I should immediately tell my team to calm down, relax. It's okay. Until this lets me do this again, it's not been put in. 3 minutes have gone by.
What are his options? Nicely measured pass. That's a waste. Decisive action by the goalkeeper.
So it's been 5 minutes since I put the shout in game, and it hasn't done the shout yet. That makes absolutely no sense. And what sucks is there will be times where if you use the shouts and you say, they do something stupid, and you want to yell at the team, you might put it in like I did at 53. 2 minutes later, they score a goal, and then you're berating them after that. Okay, it just did it 9 minutes. It did it 6 minutes after I put it in. It did it in the game. That makes no sense. That was one of the things they were going to remove. like I said, I don't know if I agree with the way they're changing the UI. For the simple fact is, the UI wasn't the problem.
Goes back. It's there to take.
The UI hasn't been the problem. The and people were bitching. They said,
Gives it away.
that this isn't a good way to represent your team.
Part of the pitch. Launching the forward.
This is freaking amazing.
Well timed.
Yeah, there's things that happen in this that, oh, he ain't gonna miss again. Nice center, nice center, nice center. Page did. Damn it, Gondo, you should have took it, Bondo. Uh, yeah, you're gonna see screwed up shit, and to represent the things that actually can happen in a game in perfect, you're never gonna have that in a perfect in a game.
Swung over.
You know,
Oh, how good is he? Well, that's the currency he deals in. And he
no,
got
don't
good
you don't
once
give him
again.
credit for that. It deflected off the side of my dude's head and then off the goalkeeper's feet. Goalkeeper got burned on that one big time.
Oh, brilliant goal.
He saved it into the goal. Grandelf got screwed on that, which is not good. But hey, shit happens. It's far from over yet. Long way to go in this match. We got this, boys. You guys do well with this stuff. Let's go. You're only down by a goal. You can come back and tie this match. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to have the perfect. You can't make a game perfect. It's not possible. The funny part is, the
Decisive
things you
action
see
by the
happen in this
goalkeeper.
game
Well read.
are not made up shit.
Chance. This defense
That
must
was
get
good
to
defense
grips
there.
with situations
You're
like
not,
that.
you might sometimes see a back pass where the guy kicks it to the goalkeeper and it goes past him and rolls in,
Played
and the
in deep.
goalkeeper will look like a fish out of water trying to flop around getting the stop. The flopping around, red card his ass. That was bullshit. A yellow card. That should have been a red card. Um, the flopping around and dropping down and trying to get the ball when it's thrown in is not, might not be realistic, but the fact that the ball happens like that happens. I mean, that is they don't put stuff in this game that isn't realistically in happening somewhere in the world. So if you see a goal like that, and it happens, and you see them all the time, you can be pissed off and mad all you want to be,
Towards the far
but that's
post.
happened to
Stop
somebody.
touch.
Oh boy, this could get interesting. Come on, Armand, you got this. You ain't scored this game. Let's go. That might should be out. Kick
He's
him.
gonna have his name taken.
Take his name. That should be a red card. That is crap, man. You stop that. That is bullshit. That is blatantly stopping an advancing player like that. Should have been a card.
And it's dealt with comfortably.
That's terrible. That should have been a red card.
And
Piss
he
poor,
hits it forward.
piss poor goalkeeping or refereeing again, like always.
Making himself an outlet there. Snaps
I
the
mean,
play.
there's a lot of things that you can't do in this game.
Bludgeoned forward.
Like, for example,
Well read.
I run into this a lot. Here we go. Marsh with the goal. Marsh with the center.
For a better ball.
Nicely done, and he got past it. Oh, he got lucky there. That was a great idea, bad
Deep towards
timing
the
on the
back
pass.
post. Troubled.
For example, with the like players who demand a new contract. I don't know any player now. Like in America,
Through their corner.
all of our sports teams are pretty much
Found his man.
traded on the stock market.
Unscathed, they were right
Okay,
up against
so they publicly have to release their financial information.
In comes the
But
delivery. Disappointing in the end there.
because you release your financial information doesn't mean, if I put out financial information
Get it
at the
forward
beginning of
quickly.
July, it's going to change in October.
Made.
And they don't have to do it but once a quarter. But a player might be able to guess
Clubbed
some
clear.
information, but they're not going to know that they want a new contract. And yes, we could officially
They look to press on.
be able to afford that, but just because you demand it doesn't mean you're going to get it. And this game allows those players to, like, you can immediately sign a player. Like, let's say for example, right now we're like 90, we're like a lot of money in the hole, and we just had a takeover. And if it would have been a tycoon takeover, they could have cleared our debt and give us $50,000. I keep saying gold,
Carrying quite a
$50,000 to work with. Immediately after you get that, players know that you have money you can spend, and then they bitch about it, and they want a new contract. And if you don't give them what they want, they get pissy. That's not realistic. Not realistic at all. When you sign a player to a contract, and that player has been under contract for 3 months, they're not going to come and demand a new contract. You want to offer him a new contract, and that's another thing that's weird. If I want to offer a guy a contract I just signed 3 months ago, they're going to say, "No, I signed the contract too early. I don't want to deal with it now." But if they want a new contract, they come to you and they get pissed if you don't give it to them. Unrealistic. I'm sorry, it's just not a realistic thing. Uh, you can they need to also add in some stuff to the game, uh, where it comes to, like, the press conferences are ridiculously goofy. American sports, yep, they have press conferences like this,
Having
like
a
they
look
do in
round.
this every game.
Managed to get it away.
Penalty. Come on, ref. Good lord, man, call the damn thing. Um,
And
you
let's
know,
film on that.
you'll see it all the time where
Get on the
coaches
front
in the
foot.
NFL will be out
And
in
it's
the
his
podium,
man.
and they'll be talking they'll take questions
Looking to
from
press on.
the
Great play.
the assembled
Oh, brilliant
media
goal.
people. I
Oh,
have
that's
not yet
great
seen,
confidence now. That was terrific skill and
but I
composure
don't watch
from
it all the time. But I have not yet seen anything other
He's
than
escaped his man.
a manager of a football club walking to the locker room, getting asked a question
Oh, how good
by
is
a
he?
reporter, unless it's a major match or a major, like, tournament something. Those guys are that's not even gonna talk about it. So it's very unrealistic. Uh, the you are Harper.
Oh, good play by the keeper.
You are not able to make.
Drives it towards the front. Nice
They
little
don't
flick.
give you a whole bunch
Square from
of
here.
good replies to things sometimes.
And he's there to make
I
the
would rather
challenge.
them make they need to do that all together. That was just wonderful. Two losses in a row. That's not good. It's still giving me shit to still giving me shit to changes to make. What the hell are you doing, man? We lost. 2-0. That's not good. Both teams ahead of us in the standings too. So, oh, who are they playing today? Yeah, that it's funny because we talk about a lot, like, I mentioned earlier LSW and the Discord, and it's a support Discord, and we talk to each other in the Discord, and we hang out, and you know I'm old enough that I remember what life was like without the internet, where games like this kind of existed, but never would have existed on the scale that they do today. Madden wasn't even a thing yet, really. It was getting there, but it wasn't what it is today. Um, you didn't have a computer in everybody's house. You didn't have games that you could play like that. You had computers. Hell, computers back in those days really weren't a thing that people had. You didn't have the ability. You had a phone. Like where I lived, growing up in high school, until I graduated in '86, we lived in an area. There was one, two, three, four. There were four neighbors lived there, and we had a party line from the telephone company. We did not have. If my neighbor was on the phone, I couldn't use the phone until they got off. You could listen to conversations. It wasn't privacy at all. I think it was late '80s when we finally got separate phone lines down there, which was kind of cool. And then late '80s when we started getting cable TV, where we could watch things that we couldn't see otherwise, because mid '80s we didn't know what the only way you knew anything about European football and like the World Cup and stuff is when it actually was going on, because we didn't have that. We didn't have football on every channels that you could watch all the time. Hell, I can go on Max now and watch the Champions League like it's a regular TV show. You get some of them. These things have actually good stuff that you can watch like that. So, it's totally weird how far we've come since the internet became a thing. I am going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Hold on to. I did it again. I'm looking at this. I'll be back. Hold on. I got to get a transition. I guess he did all right, but he's impressive in a loss. That's okay. We didn't really lose a position. We're still where we were. We're still in the playoffs. That's all that matters, I guess. I'm a little upset that we even got better than that, but hey, you lose, you lose. We'll be over it. You're back again? Oh no, not the peachy. Peachy do, peachy do. What? Okay, whatever, bud. I'm so confused. I don't feel like reading it either. Too long, didn't read. Mm-mm-mm. So, we're having fun. Right? Right. Trying to anyway. What are you doing over there, Tails? Miss Tail. Miss Peachy Tails. I love the peaches. The peachy peachy. So yeah, you can tell already that the new setup, the game moves so much faster than it did because it taking that whole thing. I didn't even have to really do anything other than just not using the same computer, and it works so much better, which is a great thing. Uh, Probably starting Monday. I'll probably do it on Sunday. Probably starting Monday, I'm going to start my YouTube series. I just have to do the setup and do some playing around and see about because the biggest problem for that is it's going to be videos. It's not going to be the same as this. It's going to be like 3 seasons of video, depending on how well this works out. So there's going to be editing involved, and I've never done editing. So I can't afford an editor. So we're going to learn as we go. Um, it's gonna make it fun. It's gonna be a fun thing to do. We're going to the YouTube channel is linked in my about me along with the merch store. I think there's an LSW Discord link there, and I also have an AEW Fan Hub Discord link. If you're a fan of professional wrestling and you want to hang out with some people and talk about every wrestling there is, there's our Discord. It's called the AEW Fan Hub because that's the Reddit name. It's more about AEW than anything else, but there's no drama on the Discord. It's a lot of fun fans of all different, like there's Joshi Pro, and we talk about there's literally chat rooms or sections for every wrestling there is. Old time wrestling, AEW, WWE, New Japan, Joshi's, Stardom, CMLL, all kinds of different stuff on there if you want to go and check it out. It's a really cool thing. I got to turn the air because it's starting to get a little bit toasty in here. So yeah, it's a fun thing to do. Right now, on my YouTube, I upload every Twitch save or every Twitch stream goes there. We're going to do a series on there where basically we're going to rebuild the oldest teams in the world and try to get them to glory, because most of them, there are a few that are actually in the upper leagues that aren't the oldest, but they're in the top 10. Sheffield Wednesday being one of them. We're going to start out with Sheffield FC, which is the oldest team in the world. They were founded in 1857, and they're like in the 9th, 10th division at that level. So we're going to start with them. Basically, we'll do the transactions up to like September 1st. Then we will speed through the season, and then we'll come back and talk about the end of the season, and that's basically what they're going to be. Um, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, it's going to be a YouTube only. It's going to be done in videos. There won't be any live streams in YouTube. Uh, as far as I know, that's what's going to be. We're going to run the format where we'll take that team and we'll run them up from there, and the object is to stay with them and bring them up to with this. What we're doing with the Twitch is we're kind of doing a journeyman long-term save. Started with Shire Academics. There are six countries that are loaded, one from each continent, or there's six countries or 6 nations from one from every continent. And basically what's going to happen is we're going to take Shire Academics to the Premier League. We're going to win the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup, and then we're going to retire from them and move to a different club in one of the other 5 leagues. Put England on read only, and then we'll go through, and we're going to do that for as long as we play. Honestly, I probably won't be able to afford FM20 whatever it comes out because I don't have the setup for it. I'm pretty sure I won't have the computer set up for it. Being that it's going to be on the Unity engine, it's going to be a different engine altogether, and I know I won't be able to use it until I get a new system sometime down the road. So, it's one of those things where we'll be playing this for a long time. And I really don't care because I like FM24. I think FM24 is probably one of the better versions. I had 23. FM24 is better than 23 was because there's so much difference that they put in it. The scouting's different. You don't have to deal with the set pieces if you don't want to. They have a set piece coach that you can hire now, and you don't have to deal with them. You basically give him the thing, and you set up the original what you want for your team, and then they take it from there. You can make changes if you want to, don't have to. It's pretty cool. It's got the new I don't use the regular Champions League format because I downloaded a mod that puts every team. Pretty much, it's a World Cup. It's a World Club Cup competition that doesn't come every 4 years. It happens every year because the Champions League has pretty much what it's done is it's made every team, every country, every league winner eligible to be in it. There are a ton of rounds, and it's kind of cool. There's also the league nation the Nations League for the national teams, which is fun to watch. There's World League. There's all kinds of different things that we're adding with that makes it much more fun. My world, I run it. I want to. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in this that you can do. I hope when they do bring FM 26 out, 25, 26 out, that they do the same thing for it that they did for 23. 23, I had some really good saves going. I didn't keep any because they were on my laptop and they got lost to the laptop death. But you were able. There are some like I would once in a while. I was having a lot of trouble. I don't think so. Nah, kind of don't think so. Yeah, I know, but dude, let me look at you here real quick. Make sure I'm going to keep you. You know what? Yeah, you can go. Fine. Bye. Just another player gets to go. They allowed you to bring your FM23 save into FM24. So, if you were playing a normal cycle, you started at FM23, played it for a full year. When FM24 came out, you didn't have to start over again. You could just bring in your cycle, and it worked out really cool. Liked it that way. Put the new stuff in for 24 into your 23 save, but it was the same save. Really awesome thing to do. I hope they do that with the next FM because if they allow you to bring it over to the next FM, that's going to be awesome because then we will be able to continue this whether we stay in FM24 or move to the next one. But to be quite honest with you, FM24 it's not perfect, but it's pretty damn close. There are issues. Yes, every once in a while you get a issue that will keep your game from moving forward. It's possible to do. I think I found the solution. If you run into that, go back, save the day before it happens, and then put in every. The way I've been getting it to work, and I think it works that way because it's worked. So I'm saying it does. Uh, go to your board and ask for everything you can ask for that has to be decided on. Because when you do that, it changes what has to be processed because then you add in an extra layer of things that has to be done, which can change the processing. Another way they say, the best way they say to do it, if you go to the SI forums, they'll tell you to wait 24 hours and it should work. I don't know why. Don't play the game for 24 hours. They say it's supposed to work. I've waited 12 hours and it worked. The first time I did it on this one, I didn't do I hadn't started using that yet, the method I do now. And I basically cut the stream off, turned the game on, and let it just run. And it kind of just kicked. It does not break it. It just takes one time where you're going to be forever to do it. It happened at the beginning of this season. Did the same thing I do now. It worked like a charm. About a half an hour later, it worked. So it is possible to get out of that. And it's not like I said. How many times you hear me in a game complain about offsides? Yes, we're in the lower level. Yes, this isn't a problem that I thought it was. But oh my God, man, they got it. That's just crazy. I get lower levels, but you're a semi-professional team, which means that the goalkeepers or the referees are getting paid. They need to be better. Um, it just there's like I said, it's not something that will. The things that I want to see added are not going to break the game. They're not going to make that big a deal. You could have, and I get why companies do it, and I understand. But honestly, when you get a game that is done, and you pretty much got most of the major kinks kicked out of it, building a new game the next year and adding in new features as your selling point to me is stupid because I don't need you. You want to put women's football in FM, add a women's database, add women to the database. It's not that hard. You're not changing. You're not making a major change except for the fact that you have to have male or female. Easy, easy peasy. Put the teams on. You don't have to change anything else. Uh, there's always an issue with the set piece being bad. Like when he first came out with 24, the near corner set pieces almost always scored goals, and it was a runaway. That was everybody made a near a near post set piece, and you just would score your back guy. You get a you would you would put a player, your 7 foot tall fullback with 19 heading and positioning, and you would just kick the ball short to him, and he'd score 100 goals. But they fixed that, and it's pretty much there's some people that complain about I've heard people complain about, like, my offense is a three at the front. um, I use a flat three. There's been people who are participating in some major tournaments that are going on right now that are whining and complaining because they say it's overpowered. It's not. We just played its last game, got beat 4-2. Not overpowered. Um, I I might use different settings and stuff to the game. I might have not all attacking or whatever, but it's not. Boreham Woods once would want me to be their new coach. Isn't that special? Well, look at Ian. Media predicted to be 13th position right now, 22nd in the Vanarama National League. So I'm in the not Vanarama National League, and they want me to be their coach. How do you like me now? I'm not going. I don't want to move up. And you know what? If this would have happened 4 days ago, I probably would have took the job because I was that frustrated with this team. And then we started doing better, and we're still there. We're getting there, and the team's starting to get better, so it's okay. But yeah, I would never take a team that far down because I don't care about my expired subscription to that. Nico, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're having a good day, sir. Welcome to the stream. We are having a day. I will say we're having a day. Uh, we are just kind of cruising through the end of December, trying to move into 20. I don't even know what year it is. What the hell year is it? 2020. Oh God, I put that up there wrong. I thought we were going into 28. We're leaving 28, going into 30 or 2030. Don't mind me. I haven't drank enough coffee yet. Oh shit. Yeah. So, um, I'm happy they're going to put out the new game. I am doing well. I am doing well. Uh, I'm finally got my setup the way I want it, and it's working out pretty good. The speed of the game has gotten a lot better. Don't have to use one computer, so we're good. I was saying earlier, I'm getting ready to now. I'm able to do my YouTube. Uh, we're gonna give YouTube. I mean, I've always used YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel linked in the about me, you go back as far as a couple years ago when I first started streaming and was doing the football, the Madden football. There's a bunch of those on there. You can watch me slowly deteriorate into pissed off at EA and never buy another EA game position, and you'll know why. Especially if you watch the last one. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I look forward to seeing what they're going to put out. Like I said, I don't know if I agree with changing the UI. I think changing the UI of a game that's had the same basic UI for 25 years is kind of dumb. I get the fact that they want to make it more console friendly, but the problem I have with that is there are more players that play on PC than will ever play on console. Don't do that because you're just going to hurt yourself in the end. That's my humble opinion. Not always necessarily the best opinion in the world, but it does come handy sometimes. So but yeah, we're just cruising along, having a good day. So much better than that. Everything is running faster and looking better, and we're all set. I do have to add some transitions. I had to get rid of. I tried to add stuff in to the OBS, but it crashed. Like would not run at all. So I had to I had to erase it and set it up again. I'm going to put in some of my much done created work of some folks from the LSW Discord did some fine artwork for me that I'm going to add on. And the funny part is, the one I have a I have a picture of Randolph. He is alive and well, made by a Chat GPT, but it looks really cool. He's going to be one of my transitions. Um, so it's going to be. I can't use the fancy stuff because yes, it's a new computer. Yes, I had to do it the opposite way that I wanted to. The new computer was supposed to be the gaming computer, and the original computer was supposed to be the OBS computer. Unfortunately, the matchup didn't match up, so I had to do it the other way. No big deal. Um, yeah, I'm not offering one. Now, all these players are on my short list. Every single one of them is going to be out of a contract. And I should be able to go, okay, let me offer them an end of contract, but I can't do it. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I should be able to come in here and go, well, I don't want to give him, I want to add him and I want to be able to do it a contract. I don't want to offer him a contract now. I want to do it at the end of, I don't know. No, I don't want to do that. They want up to 60 grand for him. I'll never be able to afford, but it's one of those things where I don't know how to do it. I know people do it. I just don't know if it's a certain way that comes up. But there are a lot of players on here that are coming available. Dunkerley probably would be removed, but like Frederick Soka, I would love to have him on my team. But he's going to be a superstar eventually. But there are some really good players that are coming up, and it'll be interesting to see if any of those players actually get. All right, so Remy, you're getting offered a contract right now, my friend. Sorry, we want to keep you around for the rest of your career for now. Yeah. What? Yep. Okay, that works. So he's gonna keep. We're gonna keep him. Yeah, you're out of here. There's no way in hell I'm keeping you. Set for release. Bye. I just don't want to. I just don't want to keep him. I mean, I do, but I don't. See, this is a nice thing when you have contracts with players. You can actually start offering them contracts early. We still have like 22,000 in the kitty that we could have used to sign players, and I really don't have anybody that I absolutely need. That's the problem. Lifted land set for release. Bye. On Gumby. We'll delay on him. I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet. Beverly is set for release. Adam Bow, I want to resign because he's going to be here for a while. I don't want to lose him either. Offer the contract because he's not going anywhere. No, I'm not going to play you in your position. You're not going to get that kind of shit from me. I can't believe I'm still only paying him 1.7. How the hell does that happen? I mean, literally, how does that happen? I, I get the fact that he's not like a superstar player, but I don't understand how he's only making 1.7. I guess it's because of the age. I guess he's not. He's still in that like under 20 age bracket. That's same with him. I'm gonna get Almond for 2 years, and he is by far my best scorer right now. Swinburne, you better not disappoint me, son. You better keep getting better, because otherwise I'm gonna be mad at you forever. I'm not gonna loan you out. Why would I want to loan you out to assist on your development when you're actually playing for the first team where you're going to get better development than anybody else you would get. That don't make any sense to me. No, you don't get a raise for playing a number of games. That's not that position yet. That's not happening. Oi. Nah, I don't think so. Enough time remaining does not make me happy. I want them on contract through the time so I can actually keep them around and not have to worry about them later on. Remove those two clauses, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button. Bam. Got him. Norberg. I could probably re-sign him. I'm going to re-sign him for now. Nope, he just recently signed one. So pay attention to that. It actually is going to keep him from doing it. Definitely not good enough. I love you, Jack, but baby, you just didn't develop, man. Wait, did I already? I got 2 swim burns. Well, ain't that special? I did not know that. See, all those guys are the youth guys I had coming up before, and I don't need to keep them. I don't like dealing with those guys unless I absolutely have to. So I'll push that off on my GM. The only one I like to negotiate with that is my GM because he's the one sometimes you have to. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, it runs a lot better being on 2 separate machines. Now we got to do is protect them with my life. they're under protection. Anybody gets near them, you better be good. You better be prepared. You're gonna be put into a fight because it's not going anywhere. Yeah, you know what, buddy? You're just out of here, son. I don't need you around. Remove from short list. I don't want you on there. I'm trying to weed out my short list a little bit because that's where it's costing me all my money for. Look, we're in December and I got no money for scouting because I have too many people on my short list that keep repeatedly done and they keep it up and that's costing you money. So not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. But we're still trying. Yep, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. That's the problem. Oh, I love me some coffee. I think my only purchase I have left, camera. I need a better camera. I need one that I can clip to the top of that board or top of that screen or this screen or wherever. Put it different. I do not like this camera. This camera is junk. It's this little tiny camera. It's about yay wide. It's got the center thing. It's got the 2 little blue like half like parentheses that tell me to slide. Got a great mic. I have no problem with the mic on this. It works great, but it constantly catches. It constantly gets weird. It's my mom broke it. It's like she does everything else. She dropped it and broke it. I can't talk much because I broke my phone. I shattered the front of my new phone that I need for my phone calls and stuff. I shattered the screen the day before yesterday. And the sad part was it didn't land on the screen. It landed on the corner. But I don't have like this phone. I can pretty much toss this phone to the ground and it's going nowhere because it's got a double thing on it. And it protects this phone. I mean, I've had this phone for 5 years, probably at least that long, and it not have the only thing that it doesn't have. It's not a live phone. It doesn't have a live. It's not. It's just my Wi-Fi phone. I can use it for everything. I use them for, uh, I keep tabs on because I don't necessarily always look at the screen up there, and it's far away that I can't really see it well. So I if I see something on this side move where my twitch is, I'll look at this phone to see what's going on because it's right there and I can look at it. Yeah, especially when it lands on the corner. It landed like this. And I've dropped that phone. I've had that phone for a couple months. I got it right before I got my computers and started streaming again. And I've dropped that phone. It's fallen off the table, and I moved the table for the. It's plugged in and it's on it. And moved the table. It falls on the floor. I've probably dropped this phone 100 times. It's landed face down, face up, on its side, on the top, on the bottom. It's landed everywhere you can except for on a corner. And the first time it hits the corner pin, it breaks the bottom of the screen. I'm so disappointed. It still works though. It's still workable. I can still use it. So we're still 4 games from being put out of the position. So we're good to go. We've got 16 matches left. Beverly Town would need us to lose 2, and they would need, well, no, because we're 1 game ahead of them. We're still a point ahead of them, even if they win that match. So we still are safe. We're safe at the moment for, yeah, yeah. So my wish list gets a little shorter now. I don't. I mean, I would love to have a gaming PC. Um, this one is pretty good. I mean, when you've got a PC that can do this game plus OBS and not be that bad, you know you've got a decent machine. The new machine is doing OBS. That's probably all it's ever gonna do. I might use it to like once I'm done here, I might use it to do some tabbing up for support. But other than that, it's not going to do much else on it because it's got issues that just I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm kind of glad it was backwards from what I wanted it to be. I wanted to keep OBS on the older machine, put the new one with the game, but that didn't work out, and I'm glad it didn't work out because the way this new machine acts, I don't think it would have worked well. And honestly, yesterday with the frustration, I stopped my stream at like 2:30 right after it came. I set the computer up and I spent time from 2:30 until when I asked somebody to come in, and then when Amy came in to listen to the setup, fighting with OBS to get it to work the way it was supposed to, and for it not to crash every time I tried to load it because I put too much stuff on it. Now I don't have the Streamlabs add-on this time because it was causing an issue, and I might have put too many things on it, but I erased it, put it back on, and it's good to go now. So, yeah, what's up, Full Metal? How you doing, buddy? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Nice to see you again. Yeah, I got everything shitting around now. My game actually moves at a decent pace. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I might be able to do it. I want to add a game, but I don't know how it's going to work. I want to play Dungeons and Dragons Online. I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons Online. I did try to load it on my other computer, and it kind of didn't want to work well. The video was not good. Yeah, aren't we all? Yeah. So I want to do that because I want to have another game to play, and I want to be able to do it on the computer, so I don't have the like. I love playing ESO, and if I could afford it, I would buy ESO on the computer, and the PlayStation would probably be gone because every time I try to use it, yes, the last couple of days I used my shop vac, my mini shop vac, took the top is completely open. I don't have neither one of the pieces on the top because it was getting on my nerves where I couldn't play. Diablo 4 downloaded, finally worked, got it started, couldn't play it. Every time I tried to play it, it would. Okay, I thought he was snubbing the offer and we made for him, but we didn't make him an offer. And the the front piece where it's the side where the light's on, it was a little bit loose, so I said, hell with it, I'm pull it up. So I used the shop vac to clean the entire top of it. Then I turned it around and used it to blow out the back of it, and there was a bunch of dust in there. And since then, it has not made any noise. What made me the maddest was it actually, when I tried to use Diablo 4, it actually kicked off my ESO too. That did not make me happy. Got it fixed. I worry about that for the simple fact is if I do get when I not if when I do get the thing and they have the giant wall battle, I'm afraid that it's going to not let me participate because it might the amount of they have a thing going on in Cyrodiil you can go to Cyrodiil and fight people all the time, player versus player, and you'll get into groups where there's huge number of people there. But what they're doing right now is like over the top. It's a campaign that if you have the battles that they have that I've seen on thing, there are 70 million people, it seems like, in these battles. I'm not a fan of player versus player. Never have been, never will be. Um, but they've also made it so that everybody is on a level playing field. You don't have the people with these outrageous builds that can sit there and snipe you all day long. So it kind of made it a little bit better. I haven't really done it because I really don't want to. Um, but I did realize that there are a couple of things I need to do that I didn't do yet that I need to do soon because the subclassing has made it so I'll probably be able to do them. There are some arenas that you run into that you need to do to fulfill and complete a storyline or a town, a place, and I haven't gotten that way yet. I hate it, dude. I do not like player. Well, it basically I don't like player versus player because the only one I've ever played that I liked the player versus player on was on Neverwinter. Neverwinter has a player versus player section that is a setup. It's in Ice Reach, or I think that's what it's called, where you have areas that you cannot be attacked in. So it lets you move through those areas, those corridors, and as long as you don't go, I mean, the corridors aren't wide; they'll be smaller and down and widen out. But as long as you don't go into the player versus player area, you can't be killed. So you can actually do some of the stuff you need to do in those player versus player areas without getting killed. Uh, and that makes it so much better because it I don't want to be attacked. And then people were like, "Oh, they should make player versus player available all over the place in ESO." No, you shouldn't. That doesn't make any sense. Why you would do that? Because then you've got people that'll just sit back and go to places that people need to do stuff and just wait for you and kill you off, and you never get anything done. They're talking about putting crossplay, and people are way, way, way getting ahead of themselves. The two main people from there, the design people from ESO, did a thing, a podcast about 2 weeks ago, and they were talking about the stuff that's coming out, and they said basically that one of the biggest things that people of ESO want to have done is they want crossplay. They want to be able to play with their friends from the computer or their friends from Xbox without owning that if I'm on PlayStation. It wasn't there when it first came out in 2011 because it wasn't a thing. Not a big thing. Oh, yeah, I agree. And the problem with ESO is it's been running a game. It just passed 10 years. It's on its 11th year. The economies between PC, PlayStation, and Xbox are so far apart that because the number of players on each one is different. PC has the most, Xbox the second most, PlayStation the fewest. If I want to buy crowns in game, it's going to cost me about $1,000 a crown, 1,000 gold a crown. So if I went 10,000 crowns, it's going to cost me $10 million, or yeah, something like $1 million, million coins. No problem. On PC, it's like $2,200 or 120 or 2,200 gold a crown. 1,000 crowns would cost you 22 or 2.2 million. You can't buy anything for 1,000 crowns really. So the amount of things that I can sell things for on PlayStation are at a price because there are the rarity. If you take, like, for example, a normal pre-made simple made axe might cost 10, you might be able to sell it for 10 gold pieces on PlayStation because not everybody uses them, not everybody has them. But on when you go from like 100,000 players in your playing field to 1 million people in your playing field, the chances are you're going to see, instead of maybe 10 of those axes, you might see 100,000 of those axes. The price is not going to go up with more axes, it's going to go down. So the problem is going to be if they do make it, and they said we're working on the background to make crossplay possible. they never set up anything where there would be crossplay for PlayStation for ESO, because at the time crossplay wasn't a big deal. There weren't very many games that had crossplay, and the fact that they made an MMO that was as easy to play and get into as ESO was an amazing thing. Now people are like, well, we want crossplay. They didn't say they were making crossplay now. Everybody's starting talking about, oh, they're going to do crossplay. It's going to come out this. It's not coming out this year. I would doubt if we see crossplay before the 15th year, because what I would like to see them do for crossplay is really simple. The game's been out for 10 years and it's basically the same game. They haven't changed anything. There's no time movement in the game. If you go to a if you go to Google and you ask Google for time what time it would be legitimately if you were in Tamriel, they are like 20 some years ahead of where the game started. There should have been no more war. They should be working on like their third or fourth different emperor, and it hasn't advanced. Because of that, you still have Cyrodiil under war, and that's how they do their player versus player. You have the different groups, the three factions. You can make it up any character you want, but when you go into Cyrodiil, you fight in that faction. What I would love to see them do, if they want to make a truly awesome player versus player, bring in cross play, they need to change Cyrodiil and not make it the three that are now. They need to make it PlayStation versus computer versus Xbox. That would be killer, because then you'd have the things you want to have. The only other way I can see them doing it is if they figure out a system that allows you to separate. Like if I'm playing, hey, what's up, Chrissy? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. If you want to, if they can figure out a way that PC players can't sell stuff on Xbox gaming stores, and Xbox gaming stores can't sell it on us, and you can keep that separate. If you do that, I'd be all for it. I would love to be able to play with people that I know that are playing. Like most of the ESO creators that are out there are PC people, because and up until recently, you had an advantage being on PC because they have a ton of add-ons that you can add. Hell, there's an add-on on PC that tells you what the people you are talking to have in their inventory. I'm sorry, I don't want you to know that I've got the piece that you're looking for if you're not going to give me a price for it, and I want it, if maybe I want it for something. People get in fights on PC because of that shit. So, they've added to the new gen consoles the ability to have some add-ons, but they're still more so UI than anything else. So it kind of sucks. I like it the way it is. I like ESO. They're working on making the PVE and putting in levels that you can play at, because honestly it is kind of easy, and it got a whole lot easier with subclassing. If you've ever played the game and you thought it was boring and you didn't like it, come back and play with subclassing and see how much different it is. There are now, according to the articles and stuff I've seen, there are over 3 million combinations that you can make your characters out to be now. I mean, I've got a warden, my Templar, not my Templar. Yeah, my warden now has the necro, or not the necro, the arcanist abilities for a range weapon. And once that's leveled up to 50 on him, I can then add in a second one that can give him necromancer or anything that would make him better. And it's crazy because there are actually, like in the one I just got done doing, in the Reach, there is it's part of the background to finish the Reach. You have to do this one arena, and I've never been able to finish it. I've got to the end, but I couldn't beat the final boss. I don't think I ever beat the final boss, and it's very difficult to get there. But with the changes that have been made with the subclassing, I think I'm gonna get there and pretty much run through it without much difficulty. There's one section where you have to fight this Taurus bull. Cool. Thank you for that, Bert. I appreciate it, man. No problem, Mr. Lurker. You enjoy your day and I hope it's going well for you. Um, so basically, what happens is there's these 4 islands that you have to jump around to, and he will beat you down and beat you down bad. Not my fault, man. No, I blame it on. I blame it on. Did you get it from Prime? Because it's free on Prime right now. But yeah, they. Yeah, I would love to see. Everybody collaborates in the shooters and stuff like that. I would love to get about 10 people from LSW that would want to participate in a. You'd have to go with the most, but you could do it with just 10 if you wanted, and participate in a online tournament or online save. I'll take the blame for that though. You're gonna if you Brentford. Brentford's a good team. Uh, buckle, 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 toil and tuckle. What are you doing, man? No, Mr. Charlie, I don't want you to go anywhere, buddy. And you know what? I forgot. I do need to offer him a contract. I should have did that already. He's one of those guys that could potentially be good. I think we'll reject that. Yeah, I'm a sucker for building like I do. A lot of my offline saves are level 20. I go all the way down to the very bottom amateur, and when you're an amateur team, your strategy for like running your team has to be so much different because I could grab this player right here on a free contract. I could have him for 2 months, and if he's an amateur contract, he's not beholden to stay with us. He can go anytime he wants to. So another team that's a couple levels higher come in and offer him another an amateur contract too. He could walk out and not even have to say anything, and that kind of makes it interesting, but it also kind of makes it a little frustrating because this is the first time ever in this save after my first year that I lost players when I became semi-pro because it would not let me offer them contracts, real contracts as a semi-pro team. It took a year for it to happen. I had to offer them bonus contracts, so they basically didn't have a contract. So I lost Page, and I lost my goalkeeper, and I lost Gungbi, and I lost another defender, and I had like 4 players leave. I have never had that happen to me in a save before. That's the first time that's ever happened. I have never struggled with a team like this team is struggling right. I got the I'm Brexhill United on my current offline save, and they are just winning everything. This is how bad they're. I talk about the congestion, match congestion in this one. You have 4 games in 7 days. It's a lot of matches. They had 24 games in 2 months. They have 4 cup games that they are in, plus the league they're in. They had the FA. They had the Isuzu FA Vase, the FA Cup, a Peter something club cup, and then they had the Essex RUR Cup. And we dropped out of the FA Cup in the second round, which is so disappointing. I so wanted to get there, but we beat a Vanarama North and a League Two team, and got beat by a League One team in the second round. One round from making all the money. But the funny part is, yo, what's up, superhero? How you doing today? Hope you're having a great day. Um, the bad part was, even though we didn't make any money like we would have. We've been moved for TV like twice, and without even trying, I'm $300,000 in the plus, and I'm like, Wow. So, it just depends on if you get lucky. Going great, man. Got my setup back the way I wanted it. Everything's working out good. I'm having a good time, and it's actually going very well today. We ain't been winning, but we lost 2 games in a row. But you'll have that. Uh, but yeah, so it's just weird how one thing you and like I said, this is the for me. I think this is the best example of a true sandbox game because you absolutely have, there's almost you. I won't say it almost doesn't happen because there's been a lot of those. Like, if you are interested in older databases, there's a man named the mad scientist who goes back and makes old time databases. He sets up like 8 major leagues with their teams the way they would have been. Like in England, he has the first and second level. It's not the Premier League because the Premier League didn't. The last one he worked on was 85, 80, 86, 87, or 85, 86. I had it for a minute because that's when I graduated and I was going to play it for that reason. But it wasn't like that spectacular. Um, but he did release a new one that is a completely new world, completely made up new world that has brand new players that never existed before, and he's reworked the global football scene. It looks like it's going to be cool as hell. And now that I have the room and I can do it, and it won't slow me down. I might actually get that database to use in the future. But the abilities and the things that change in this game. You have 3 ways of setting it up. You can do it like original, which will give you the first transfer window changes are automatically put in. So it will automatically be there. You can do it where you do the first year's transactions. They go all the way through the first year. It will change those transactions. Or you can do it where it starts with the database the way it is. For example, we're using that on ours. Messi did not go to Miami. Mbappe does not go to Real Madrid. He didn't go to Real Madrid. None of those things happen. So it's one of those things where there are so many different things you can do. There are 57 available countries to play in the base game. I have 300 because I downloaded the database. The thing is, these databases aren't made up teams. They are actually in the database. They're just not set to active, and people go in and make those so you can play them. I have a US database I downloaded because I hate the I cannot stand the database that is in there. Whoa, wait a minute. What the hell just happened? How did we get to 110,000? Wait. I looked it down when we didn't have no money. What the hell just happened? I'm so confused. I do not understand. I was looking at waiting to see I was waiting to see that. I was waiting to see this line saying what we were in. And what the hell did we get 110,000 from? I want to know where the money. Okay, it came in from other, but it doesn't tell me what the other is. Wow. Well, howdy freaking doody. I'm appreciative of that. That helps me out a lot. Not really, but it does. Wow. I just said I was in. I just just talking about how much in the hole I am, and it turned out they made me a liar. Bastards. I think we beat these guys up the first few times. I think we haven't lost to these guys, so we should be able to win this. Yeah, we've won. We've won two, tied one. So 3-1, 3-0, 1-1, and then 5-1. This season we beat them 5-1. So this should be, and it was with the inconsistent wishy-washy, the Charlie Brown team, as I should be calling them. We're not the Charlie Brown team anymore. But yeah, I love this game for the fact that I know. Was it somebody was telling me, Daz, that you used to play this a lot and you had a bunch of stuff? Was that you they were talking? I can't remember. They said it was you. I can't remember who was talking about that the other day. But you had a computer that died because you had so much FM stuff on it. So yeah, you can blame me for coming back to it, but you can't blame me for your FM addiction. And that it's so funny because I would love to see, like, they did the FM World Cup last year. If you didn't watch it, look it up on YouTube and watch it. It was a blast. I like the format. Uh, I like the fact. Oh, look, we actually have a normal month. Wow. No back-to-back-to-back games this month. Wow, that's cool. Um, you had some really good people who got on there, and look, everything went up. I'm liking this. I'm liking a lot of this. He's up to 3-star again. But I need him at that shadow striker position because that's where we designed you for, and we want you to be there. But yeah, they did a World Club Cup, and they actually involved the real countries' football associations. U.S. didn't send anybody. Well, we sent Zealand. He was a correspondent. But I mean, it was a big deal, and it was a big deal. They are trying to make FM into, and it really, they've got issues with their online saves. A lot of times they don't work the way they're supposed to. They can have issues, and that's a major thing. But they did make this happen this year, and it's supposed to be a recurring thing. So later this year they'll have the second one, which is really cool. A lot of countries, their FAs got involved and did tournaments. They had giant tournaments to determine who was going to be the person that did that. R RDX RDX RTX RTX Tactics was the English represent one of the English representatives, and he actually finished second. He ended up being in the finals and got beat by a group from India, I believe, that has invented. They invented their, they made their own 4-3 or 4-2-3-1 that a lot of people use now because it's a very good one to use, and it's very overpowering. And it was a great concept. I would love to see them do that more, just because, like, if you go back and you look at, like, the people who play this game in November of last year. No, yeah, November of last year, they added some 14 million players to this game. I thought it was a joke when someone said that, and I thought it was crazy. I looked it up on. Why did you take out a $55,000 bank loan? I am confused. Very, very confused at what the hell is going on with this team. Yeah, you can be C plusing me all you want to. I don't care. We're struggling, but we're right where we're supposed to be, so shut up. No complaints. So yeah, you know, it has the capabilities. You go on to and you load the game up, you can find quite a bit of online games that are available. Uh, but there can be, like, for example, uh, Zealand was doing one, a save your save, and he does that a lot. If you don't know who Zealand is, he's a YouTube creator, he's a Twitch creator that plays this game and makes all kinds of videos about it. He's got a couple different. He's got like 3 or 4 YouTube channels. He does a shorts channel. He does his live streams where he condenses them down, edits them, puts them up so you can watch his streaming. He organized the league, which is a 20. They took basically the champions, the Premier League, and he got 20 other creators to participate. They did a draft, and they're doing it like for, and this is supposed to be something that's going to be hopefully going to keep happening. It would be really cool to be able to participate in something like that. Um, I would never want to try to run something like that myself because I just don't have the patience anymore. Oh, trust me, if I would have been involved in this game back in the early if this would have been a thing back in the 90s, early 90s when the internet first came out, I guarantee damn well to you we would have had a online league where there would have been owners. You could do it like a fantasy, because I did a baseball game using a game called Front Page Sports 98, 94. It was in the early years. And basically, I had 30 owners for baseball teams from all over the world, and they had access to. I printed out everybody's stuff. They didn't have to have the game. You don't have to have the game. You could do it just by making the stuff available on a data on a like you could do it in Discord. I could do it. I have a Discord. I don't use it. I don't very much go on it. But I've got one. I actually think I had a link to it in my about me at one point in time, but I got rid of it because I'm in enough Discords. I mean, I've gotten probably 20 Discords, but I'm only active in LSW. I'm not active in any of the other ones. I do get into some of them sometimes because it's people I've known from other Discords. I'm in Vana's, who she comes in once in a while when she can. She works all the time during the day. She's from Western Canada, and she subscribes to me. She's been a subscriber for 33 months. She's been in it with me almost the whole time, and I've known her forever. She designed my little buddy, so she did that for me. She didn't have to. She didn't charge me anything. She's an awesome person. We've done karaoke streams before, which was a really fun thing to do. And you need to get back to that one. I want to do another karaoke stream. Uh, so but I would run a fantasy Premier League where we get 20 owners and they get their team and they can do with their team. You make the stuff available. You'd have to have a web page to make the league available. Wouldn't be required to necessarily have the game, but if you did, you make the database available. You send it out, and people can look at it. Then what basically they would do was they would send me the changes they wanted to make. They wanted to make a trade, they would send it to me, and I would take care of it. And that was a lot of work, and it was fun. I actually had a girl that was stationed in England. This was in the 90s. She was stationed in England from the army. She was in one of the communication cooperation things that they were doing at the time. She couldn't tell me where she was exactly, but she had a team. I had a guy from India that had a team. This was way back before anything like this was available, and we did it on. We had a message board that we used, and people could talk on the message board. I updated all their stuff every day. When there was a thing to do, we did the games. I didn't do any of the games live, but we did the games, and people would look at them and they would be like, "This is cool. This is awesome." And Paige is starting to get on my nerves. He's starting to deteriorate a little bit here. Don't want to do him on that. Do ball control and see what happens for him. Maybe. He's been playing too. He just kind of hit that. He kind of hit that top where he's not going to go and get a whole lot better. So he's it's his fourth year. He's in his third league. He still has potential. I mean, it's not like he's not going to get better, but he's starting to struggle a little bit. So that's kind of a scary little thing. Um, oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. I used to run an E-Fed. If you don't know what that is, back in the day, there used to be a lot of fantasy wrestling feds that you would do role plays and stuff on a message board, and then either using a simulator or just based off of what you did in your role plays, the person who was running the show would write the story, and it would be written out in written form, and you would have some of the most amazing things that would go on in news. And it was fun. And I ran one that was one of the biggest ones at the time, and we had a lot of fun with it. And I learned a lot of stuff about, because back then I knew a lot of stuff about the internet and how to do things on it, and I knew how to do things on computers, and then I suddenly became dumb as I got older because I stopped using those things. And it's not like riding a bike. You can forget how to do things, and it does make it very hard to come back to it. But it is one of those things. I think that is the only change I want to make. So we're going to go back to Hall. He's going to get some runs here since Brandelf got beat up last one. No big deal. But yeah, I mean, there are so many things like, I would love to see get together with people in the LSW community that play ESO on PlayStation. We could have a blast doing that once in a while, but I don't really, I don't, the problem is most of the people that are, I don't want to say most of them, but there are a lot of folks from overseas, and it's rough to try to coordinate something like like right now. I'm might be one of the only people that are actually on from LSW at the time, but it's what time is it? It's one. It's like 7 o'clock, going on six. It's like after 6 o'clock in England. So it's not exactly tea time, but it's getting to be supper time, and people have been up for a lot longer than me, and they start getting to that wind down time. So it can be very difficult to try to put stuff together sometimes. But it is what it is. I have fun with it. I love just doing this. I mean, I started doing it to help make bring awareness to different charities and to help raise money for different charities because I lost a cousin that was 13 years old to osteocarcinoma, and it frustrated me because yeah, I can't do a lot myself because I'm on disability, but I can make it a way for people to do it if they want. And I will tell you what my charity is, and I will explain to you why my charity is, but I will not, in any circumstances, ever beg someone to donate to the charity, or to me, or to do the stuff on the screen. Like I usually do it once a show, if I do it. Uh, it was offsides, but okay.
I think that goal will give them great confidence now. That was terrific
Come on,
skill and
fellas, you got to play
control.
better defense than that. He looked offsides to me, but I might have saw it too late.
Snatched away, heaved to the back post.
Nope, he was on, but that was terrible.
Oh, brilliant!
We, for whatever reason, that side of our team is struggling on the right, and I'm not sure why. Who's over there? Harper. Harper should be a lot better than that. He's killing me. Come on,
Here
Harper.
comes the delivery. Comes to the rescue.
Barely.
Corner it is then.
He is deadly from there. He just can't get him. He gets him so close. He just doesn't get him in. He's on target anyway. But yeah, I mean,
Untroubled.
anything like bits and
He has rushed away.
subs and donations are greatly appreciated. But I know what it's like to be poor. I got my money at the beginning of the month. I have
With a long pass.
two bills to pay. Both of
Meeting
them
with
monies are
goal.
set aside. I have like $4 left for the rest of the month. I get food stamps
Left
because I'm
himself in need
on
of support.
disability. I get everything else taken care of that I need to. My bill, I don't pay anything for
Starting all over
prescriptions and
again.
stuff like that. But if something happens in the house,
And
I'm
he heaves it
screwed
forward.
because that's one of the reasons
Allows
why
into
I
space.
enjoy doing this. Uh,
Getting acres of space here.
I don't want to. Oh, come on, fellas, you got to stop doing this. What the hell?
Spinning forward. Stylish.
Nicely done. Way to get back. So if you want and you like what's going on, at least give me a follow because follows are awesome. If you follow me, I will follow you back if I haven't already. Um, if you are like I was talking about earlier, how this game is free on Prime. If you're a Prime subscriber, you get a free Prime sub that you can use in anybody's in
Now
Twitch that
wide
you
within
want to.
space.
Um, so
Fired deep
if
towards
you
the
want to
back post.
help your favorite streamer out, hit the Prime sub. Doesn't cost you nothing,
Snatched
uh,
away and look to build on that.
and you get the same benefits as you would if you were a regular subscriber. It's the same difference. You get
Starting all
no
over again.
ads. Uh,
And he heaves it
Sometimes
forward.
people do subscriber only broadcasts, or they'll
Goes
have
back.
emotes that are available.
Deftly done.
The other two ways you can help out is you can do a subscription. Basically, that gets rid of advertising. It helps us out. And then you have Twitch Turbo, which if you do Twitch Turbo, it gives you subscription to everybody. You don't have to pay anybody
Heaved
more
to the back
subscriptions.
post.
It's like $11.
Oh,
Nicely done,
special!
Maurice
How confident was
Amon.
that? Backed himself
He's
all
my
the
boy.
way.
He's got 20 some goals this year already. But yeah, I mean, it's cool to do it if you can.
Looking to go
There you
deep.
go. See, I told you. Was it somebody? Was it
Oh my word, my
one
word!
of the
That is
ladies was telling me that you
magnificent.
used to be a huge FM player and had a computer that you kind of crashed because you had so much FM stuff on it. Was I incorrect in remembering that, or did that conversation not happen? I probably didn't happen. I don't know. I have some really weird dreams lately. I've been having this
An
weird
adventurous
dream.
pass.
For whatever reason, it's the same thing all the time. It's
Floating
like
through.
I ended up the other day. I don't even know what it was based on, but I was going and I needed to light a fire, and someone gave me a
Masterclass
lighter,
in class, and it's a poor one. The outcome
but the
was
lighter
inevitable.
wasn't a regular lighter. It was like this. It was like a round ball that you squeezed and it lit a
Deflection by the
flame.
goalkeeper knocks it back.
Uh,
Fiddles it away. Disappointing in the end there.
that's where I started out
Into
way
space.
back in the day. But this lighter, when you squeezed it, it wasn't working right, and I went to take it apart, and there were like bees and wasps in it. I have no idea. My brain is like in weird mode because I don't get as much sleep as I need to because of this freaking weather. I swear to weather. I swear to Mother Nature, a guy is trying to kill me off because this is probably the worst summer I can ever remember us having in forever. With like last year and the year before that, I think we might have had one 90-day in that entire 2 year
Lovely build
period.
up.
Goal. Oh, so close.
Been given offside.
That's so bullshit. Yeah, I love this game. I play it offline. Like, yeah, the first 6 months of my offline save, I was just hitting the button. I wasn't really paying attention because they didn't lose. I'm sitting here going, this team is awesome. I didn't bring anybody in. Didn't make any. Brought some people in before the season started, but the team I had on the thing, I had like two youth players that I had to have, and we were cruising. I'm like,
Deep
this
to
is
the back
amazing.
post.
And
Emerging
we went
escape. They've got to work
24
from
games
against it.
without a
Well,
loss
wait
in
till the
2 months
ball's
because
just
of the
through
number
and
of
then if only they can
games we had
find
to
the
play.
pace to swung in finish. Well
Harper,
intent.
why you go that way? You know better than that, man. You go the other direction, you might have got that goal. But yeah, this game for me is like my favorite game of all time. Uh, it's just there's just so much that you can do in this game.
Hoisted towards the area. Largely untroubled.
All right, Murph, let's go, baby.
Get
You
it
got the
forward
run
quickly.
going.
Look to
Nice job.
reinforce.
Oh boy,
Chance.
this is not good for the goalkeeper.
Oh, that's close.
Oh,
They've been given
I
a
wish he would
throw-in.
have got a little closer on that. Almond is a beast. He's got 20, 21 or 22 goals this year so far. He is definitely my beast man.
Evening towards the fifth. Timely intervention. Heave to the back post.
Oh, wide
Oh, how
open.
good is he?
Swim bum.
Fantastic finish. He can always come through. Remarkable.
That might have been his first goal of the season. I don't know, he might have a cup. That was pretty damn good right there, man. I just was looking at him and thought, should I sign him again? I was, wait a minute, I got two of them.
Fired deep
And he
towards
did a
the
hell
back
of a good
post.
job right there. That was beautiful. You
Oh,
can't get more wide open than
magnificent.
that, and there was no way of calling him offside because you have four guys in the box by the goalkeeper. This has definitely been the best move I could have made in making this team changes that I did. Because it definitely made a difference in the way they play. I will never in my life understand that play.
Referee has just said play on. Just too much. Fractions.
I do not understand why you're going to put all those people in the box and then soft kick it to the front. It does. I've never seen anybody score on that I can remember. I might have, probably did, but that just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, our passing's been pretty sloppy. We got to improve the passing a little bit. Let's see. Anybody need to come out just now? No. Hey, look at that.
Into some
Had a little bit
space.
of time off. Got a little rest. Interesting. We are going into 2029. We have about 4 months left. We'll have 15 games left after this match. We're ensconced in fourth place again. We ended in fourth place last year. We
That's
probably
been
going to end in
drilled
fourth place
forward.
this year.
Looking at the
Oh,
referee's
look at
way
my
of play
boy.
on.
Come on, Quacky.
Emergent escape. Well played
Ah,
to match it. They
ah,
deserve better.
ah, come on, man. What the hell was that? That was terrible.
Look to reinforce.
We got a stiff talking to from the boy when
Clever
he gets done with
pass.
with this game. I understand what he's doing. Uh
Looking to go deep. Just too much on that.
oh. He was trying for the little dinker dunk over top, but that didn't work. I know, bud, I don't want to take you out, but you're tired, and I don't want to get you hurt. So I'm taking your butt out, and then Adeni's coming off as my Harburn in there, and that'll leave me one more for later. Wow. Quacky almost got another assist. He hit that so hard, I think he dented the crossbar. We're not playing at home, so I don't care. Oh, shit. 139 people in this match. That's pretty good.
Snatched away. They look to press on. Chance!
How are you not going to call him offside?
It's good distance.
Nicely done. Look at my boy Bo come back and say, I don't think so.
Has it now.
Bondo! Oh, Bondo hit the damn thing with some power. What are you doing,
I'm
dude?
sure they can work on again and get it right.
I cannot believe that was the power he put into that. They did not call the offsides they should have called. And then they want to turn around and he wants to go down and have a beautiful counterattack and just kick it softly to the goalkeeper. Woohoo! Woohoo! I hit it hard. Woohoo! Marsh with the long throw. Oh, I thought it was a throw.
Snatched away. All eyes on the referee.
Penalty! Yeah, give me a penalty, baby. Who's taking it? Marsh. Oh, Evans is taking it. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Evans with the goal. I'm just worried about it for no reason.
It's in. Too smart for the keeper.
Oh, look at the little monkey.
Surely that clenches
Look at that
it.
little bone.
There really is no way back now.
Big win, big win, big win, big win.
Oh, brilliant goal.
Whiskey Doodle.
Snatched away. Onside.
Come here, Whiskey Boodle. Oh, she's going to run the other way. Should have caught her socks. I'm serious.
And to build on that.
Oh,
Referee's
oh,
just said play
oh.
on.
Ah, Marsh just made that goalkeeper look so
What are they expecting?
bad.
Get away with it? It's not going to happen.
That made that goalkeeper look so bad.
Build on that. With a long pass.
Yep, you ain't getting no offside, and that should have been a stoppage of play, but we'll take it. Marsh is like, let me walk her into this. Let me wander into the 6-yard box and do you in. Dude, that was bad. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. Wow. You gotta love it when that kind of stuff happens, though. Oh, man. Silent is in the house. I didn't even see you come in, my friend. You've got to say something. I didn't know you were here. Yeah. Shout out for the silent one. That's the problem, silent people. They just come sneaking in and you don't even know they're there. Cool. Appreciate you with the check-in. All right, boys. You got less than. Do I have another step? No, I made the other sub, didn't I? Yeah, sure did. So we got what? 10 minutes. No, sorry, 4 minutes. Go us. 4-1 whipping.
Having a look.
Not often you get a second attempt at a shot that you missed. Yeah, that was a good win right there. 18 shots, 16 shots, 9 on, over 50% shooting, which is good. A 317 thing. It's Misty time.
Just wouldn't be beaten there. He's gone for a throw-in.
Blow the whistle, baby. Blow the whistle. Thank you so much. Oh, you're not gonna let me talk to him again. Uh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get that one next week or next month. That's definitely gonna be an add-on. It's coming in. I'm gonna pay for that. I want the paid one. I want to see what it sounds like. It's gonna be fun. Should be anyway. I had to keep the originals so that I don't lose them again. Oh, I love coffee. Coffee is so good. Yeah, so today, tomorrow, and Friday will all be normal streams. I don't know what I'm going to do on Saturday just yet because the AEW pay-per-view starts at 1 with the pre-show. So the pre-show starts at 1, the regular pay-per-view starts at 3, and then it'll end at 8. There's a possibility that we're doing a review show. We've never done that yet. We usually do, like tonight's show, we would do one, but I don't know if we're going to do that. It's usually me and Kelson anyway, so it's kind of hard to do the ones that are late because getting people to be like one of the girls that participates all the time is from the West Coast. So even though she watches the show the same time we do, at they watch it there at like 5 to 5 to 7, and it's only 7 o'clock where she's at. She still usually doesn't have the ability to come to the show, so usually it's just me and Kelson. And we did put one up last week. We did play out the podcast, which I think was a dumb thing to do because we didn't do the podcast. We did it, we taped it. We didn't put it up because, honestly, there wasn't a whole lot of positivity to say about it because it was just a bad show. They didn't do anything like they could have, and it just was not a good show. But the thing was, we weren't being dishonest about it. We were telling the way we saw it and what we felt about the show because we're not going to sit back and pull punches, and we don't kiss up to because we're not paid for them. We just do them as a fan, and we're going to be truthful about it the way we see it. But because All In is an afternoon show, it will be done by 8 o'clock. So we might actually use our normal 8:45 slot that we would do our Tuesday shows on and do a show Wednesday on Saturday after the All In. Depends on the show. Probably won't because a lot of people are going to be mad, but I don't care. It's going to be a good show. What a fantastic show or game this was. We kicked their asses. We kicked their asses and we're back into third place again. Everybody's on level now except for the two below us. And we are 17 points out of first and 10 points behind second. We are 2 points ahead of fourth and 3 points ahead of fifth and 5 points ahead of sixth. So we are definitely still in this. We got 15 matches to go. We just got to keep cruising and stay where we're at. That was a great defensive position. Our D played great in that game. I just hope they continue to play like that. Hall had a good save, good play and goal. What's up with this? There's 10 of them. What the hell do we do now? Good. That's why, because we're getting everybody to sign their contracts. Cool. Yeah, boy, we get everybody to sign the contract that we want. Oh, you know what? I think I gotta do that. I think I might have to bring him up now. I think he's got to be brought up. I mean, he might be up. I'm not sure. So these guys are all signing for 2-year contracts, which is great because that's better. That gets us. Should we make it out of the playoffs this year and get promoted, that puts us into League 7. Yeah, that puts us the county league level, one league below the Vanarama North South. So then we would worry about because the further we go up now, the less likely I'm keeping players other than Quacky and Grandelf because everybody else is going to start leveling off. Even if they still have some potential, they're not going to be good enough players to play in those leagues, and I got to start looking forward to that because if I don't, it could be bad. So that's the. It wasn't so much that we fell in love with the players that are on this team this time. The problem came in that they just did not play anywhere near as good as they should have. Yeah, buckle up. need a rest for, Wilkes? You're not even supposed to be on this team. I don't know what you need. You ain't been playing. Alright, let's see. What's this going to tell me? You need to move these players to here. Nope, don't need to. Sorry. I don't personally care. He's not playing for me anyway. They can sit down there all they want. What's up, babies? What you doing, baby? My lucky. Lucky Bucky Booter. What's the matter, baby? Huh? Hi, baby. What you doing, honey? There she is. There she is. There's my Lucky. Lucky's on the TV. Lucky's on the TV. What you doing? You can't be in that box. It's got peanuts in it. And they didn't even send me real peanuts. You know, usually when you get the package, some package in the thing, they send you the peanuts. They're like the plastic peanuts. These are like a, I don't know what, they're not styrofoam. They're made out of cloth almost, but they're nice. They're nice peanuts. I can't use them for, I should post them all to the wall. I'll put them all on the wall back here to absorb sound. I love my Lucky. You okay, babies? What you doing there, Smiley? Got that little smile on your face. You're so cute. I think it's going to rain today. It'll be probably our last good day for a while, so I don't know. But yeah, so Saturday we may, the real job. What's up, buddy? How you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. You really got to remember what you're doing here. Gotta remember what you're doing here. Cool. I appreciate it, Daz. You know that. Oh, yes. It's been so much. It's been a better day today all around, to be honest about it. Even though I shouldn't have slept as long as I did. I didn't. It didn't help. That's for sure. It's almost as if I need to do a reset, but the problem is I don't know how to do those resets anymore. It used to be simple to do a reset. I just stay up all night, not sleep for a night, and we good. Cool. I appreciate it, man. We always appreciate support. It's always so much nice to have people come in and hang out. It's always so much fun. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. My coffee's not all the way gone yet. It's not kicked in. It's having resistance. The body's fighting it today. Oh, oh, coffee, coffee. Yeah. So yeah, Saturday I don't know if I'm gonna do a short stream in the morning because I have to go. We're making subs for probably pay per view, so that means I got to go to the store in the morning and get stuff, and I'm figuring Saturday's gonna be warm, so I might either have to get my dad to take me up there, but that won't be towards noon, or I can walk up in the early morning and be there when they open and get what I need. I gotta get the meat. I was gonna get a meat tray, but the girl couldn't find the meat tray ordering slip to find out if I missed the old way. The old store you used to be able to go up there and order, and I'd order for my Italian subs. I order uh, I order Virginia ham, sandwich pepperoni, and salami, and then either get provolone or mozzarella sliced cheese, or once in a while throw in something, a hot pepper or something, and then get lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. You get the lettuce and tomato and the mushrooms and the banana peppers and throw it all together in the buns and cook them in the oven. Uh, but she couldn't find the damn thing today, so that kind of was or yesterday, so that was kind of disappointing. I couldn't order one, so I just go up and order it, buy it instead, buy a pound of each and be done. Make a few subs out of it. I used to do that all the time when we lived in the little town. There was a store at the bottom of the hill that we would go in there, and they had the best ground pork. It was better than ground beef, and we used to get that. And then my ex-wife would make. She would get the frozen bread doughs that you can buy like six to a pack, and we would defrost them, and she would let them raise a little bit, and then she'd flatten them out, and she'd cut them in up, and she'd make pepperoni rolls and with sauce and without, and she'd make ham and cheese rolls, and they were so good. It's that time of day, I guess. Oh, uh. So yeah, we're gonna probably work on that Sunday. I might do a little bit just to do some testing. Gonna record it using OBS and see how that works, and then we'll go from there and see. Hey, look, this is we'll see what happens. Well, I'm definitely gonna get ready to do that. I definitely might wait. See, I could wait till I get a new camera, but I don't know when that'll be. I would have had a new camera already if the damn Walmart had the cameras they said they had, but they didn't. They were advertising some really nice cameras. They had a 4K. They had a 4K camera for like $35. That would have been way more than I needed. But they had some really nice cameras for under 20 bucks. It would have been perfect. But well, it didn't have where I was at. I should have went to the other one. Should have went to the other one. Then I probably would have had it. But we'll get one. So we got part of our wish list done. We still got that gaming computer that we need or would love to have. So that's still on the list. But we want we need to get a camera. We need new monitors because these monitors are small. I mean, it's only 26 inch, and the other one that's actually the OBS is on is really weird. It's actually a square, and it can rotate. I can put it sideways if I want to, which is really weird to me. I've never had a computer that I could do like that. I mean, I could see if it was one of the rectangular ones because you could put it sideways and have it up and down. It's square. There's no absolute perfect square. There's absolutely no reason to flip it on its side that I can think of. But it's the way it's made. I'm like, okay, so that's kind of weird, and it's just weird. Hi, Bubba's. That's my baby. My little love. My lovey. My lovey little Lucky. Huh. Yes, she is. She's so precious. It's moving a little bit faster. Like I said, it doesn't go extremely fast because I think some of the teams are still active, which will make them there. I need to bring down the player count, but it isn't as slow as it was. At least it doesn't seem like it is to me. Johnny claimed North American Player of the Year, whoever Johnny is. Who's Johnny? She said. Okay. Wow. Talk about a out of the weird, obscure song that pop into your head. That would do it. That would definitely do it. Well, Dazzy, I wish you all the luck in the world with Brentford. Brentford's not a bad team. They could be better, but they're not a bad team. They're a good team to start with. I've dabbled with a few of the Premier League, upper league teams a few times in saves, but it's just not the same. To me, I like to build the teams from the bottom and bring them up and see if you can bring players along that become those superstars that you don't see every day or ever really. Kind of, it can be a lot of fun, but it doesn't change. Like you don't get those guys to become superstars overnight. It takes a little while sometimes. And this is Quacky's first full season. He's doing a lot better, but he's still way off. He's still 115 points below his potential. The really bad part is we don't have the greatest uh, training stuff. So it's one of those things where it would be better if we had better training and stuff like that, but we don't. And I asked them for it, and they can't do it because we didn't have no money. I don't know where that money came from, but I would like to know. I'm gonna do it again just because I can. Well, maybe. Ah, look at that. There you go. We're to B minus now, and they should love me, but they don't. I don't think there's anything else I want to ask them for. I'll ask them for that every once in a while, especially if, like, I've found that if you want to get a board thing, if we win the playoffs at the end of the year, immediately after the playoffs, they'll ask for something. And there's a lot of times where they'll give it to you. If we get promoted, somehow we end up coming back and winning the league, then you definitely can get some stuff done in. But most of the time, you don't get it because we don't have the money. We don't have the money. But that's right there is how you change it up so that, yeah, I don't even want to see that. Bastards, we should still be in it. Uh, where you change up the processing so that it actually works the way you want it to. Ooh, Claycross won on penalties. Farsley Celtic won. Ghoul won. Oh, Maltby Maine got beat by Athersley Recreation, Winterton Rangers, and Beverly Town finish it off. That's good. The team that won our division last year. I wonder how they're doing this year. I want to know. They are predicted 14th. They're in 18th place. They could be. They could be on their way back down. Ooh, ooh, they're in a three-team race, and they're right now halfway through the season. So they have a three-team race for last. That's pretty funny. Kind of scary, but also kind of funny. They didn't do so good moving up. Yep, and the premier team too. So they probably got some money to spend there. Always remember, fill your staff. Don't fill your staff. You're just hurting yourself. And loans. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the Zealand thing, but he likes his loans and he sings about it. Look up the loan song. It's kind of stupid, but it's funny. It's cool. I like watching other creators because you can pick things up that you may not do, or you can see things that you don't think are necessary to do and why they do them, and you make sense sometimes and you change things. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't really go that big a deal for loans for me because, especially unless I can get them free, I'm not paying. If I'm loaning a player to you, you're paying a salary. I'm not paying a salary for you. If I loan a player from you and you're a higher level team, I'm not paying a salary either because you have the ability to do that when I don't. I don't have the kind of money. So I try to get away with not paying for loans ever if I can. Otherwise, it's just not worth loaning them to me. Like I didn't pay. I'm not paying anything for Bondo. Yes, his team is one level higher than us, but they're a rival and I don't like him, and he's worth having, and so I got him, and I didn't have to pay a dime for him, which is good. I probably would have paid half his salary just to get him because I definitely like him. I definitely want to try to get him again this year. So it's one of those things where you just kind of got to roll with it. Okay, so they're getting another game. Hmm. Yes, sir. Yep, that's usually they. I don't mind starting on the higher level leagues. Uh, but like I said, my favorite part of doing this stuff is working with the lower levels and finding the players that are like super badass that you would never see. Um, they wouldn't be considered a half-star player for Brentford, but for you, they're a five-star player, and they actually put out like Bondo. Bondo's an amazing player. Almond, he's this is his first season. He's already got 22 or 23 goals, and we still have like 15 matches to go. He's gonna shoot for 30. He might set the club record. He's a badass, and he's only 18, 16. He might only be 16 or 17 years old. So he's young. He's a badass. We're going to keep him up and develop him. He could become a serious badass by the time he gets to be in his 25 or so. Hopefully, we'll be in the Vanarama North South by then. But just because he's a superstar looking character or player in my league now in the 10th division doesn't mean he's going to be good in the 6th division. And that's one of the things that makes it interesting for me, because I like to see what I can get for players. And again, you don't always base your players on the stars or you have to look at their attributes too. And there's a lot of times where you'll see a player that might be rated a half star, but their attributes make them look like a superstar. I knew they weren't going to give them to me, but I had to ask. So, it's one of those things where I took that guy off earlier he was 25 and he was a one half star and a half star potential, but his stats didn't look that bad. You have to remember that your ratings and stuff that you look at are based on the people who scout them for you. If they're not great scouts, then you're not going to necessarily get great reports, and you're not necessarily going to get real reports. So it's kind of one of those things where you have to kind of trust your gut. I would rather not keep him on there. If he'd have been a 2-star with a 2-star thing, I probably would have kept him, but he's not. So I'm going to trust my scouts to give me a decent look for him, even though his things might have been good. They might be peaked. That might have been the best he was going to get, and he might start going downhill as soon as you pick him up. So it might sound weird, but it truly is one of those things that when you've played this game long enough, for as many different versions and as many different teams that I've managed, you do start to get a gut feeling about what to expect and what you can expect from a player. It's just, I mean, basically, this game is just realistic enough that people in real life actually use this game. Teams in real life actually use this game to do scenarios for players when they want to bring them in. I mean, you can literally test your tactics. You could test out, uh, for example, let's say that we're in the Vanarama North or the Vanarama National League, and Bradford comes in for Quack. They might have him rated as, for us he might be rated a 5 and a 5, but for them he might be a 3 and a 4. But uh, he can, they might bring him in on trial to see if he's actually going to be good enough. And there's so many different things that factor into this game. It's one of those things that, yes, it is not it's not an easy game to play or get into, but once you do, it will sink its claws into you, and you will be gone forever. You will be lost in the FM world and never make it back. It kind of can get like that. Mm-hmm. Hi, Boo Boo. What's up, bud? Come here. Hi, Big Booey. What's up, Mr. Midnight? I know you can't come up here; she'll get mad at you. Already starting. Hey, you're gonna run away and not hide because of that, huh? Come on, bud. Your turn. Come here. Come here, you little monkey. Get up here. Come on. There, I saved you. Come on. Come here. Come here. Oh. Yeah, I took them already. Took my pills today. Yay, I gotta get, for some reason I got out of that habit of taking my pills on a daily basis like I'm not supposed to do. It becomes a print, and sometimes you just forget. Well, that's kind of odd. He's a 3 and a 3 and a half. He's on my list, but I don't think I want to keep him on there. How old is he? he's got decent numbers over here. How the hell old is he? He's 26, so basically he's in his prime. If I go based off of what you see here, he can get a little bit better, but he can get a lot better. But this is for our team. He's not going to work out real well. What position does he play? He's mid. He's a mid. I don't need midfielders like that. So I think we will remove you, Mr. Reese, from our short list because we don't need you. We don't need to keep you there. We don't need. Ooh, did we play these guys? Yes, we did. Did we beat them? Yes, we did. Did we beat them up? No, we didn't. 2-1. Good game. Didn't beat them up, but it's a good game. Hopefully, we can continue to do well. Tomorrow, you got Dynamite tonight, Collision tomorrow night, Friday. Friday, I'm probably going to do an ESO stream at the evening because I want to do the stream when I run the. I want to do it when I'm running the one arena because I've got quite a few arenas I need to make up to do, and I've never. I think I might have completed this one once with my main character, but it was like one of those miracle things. But I definitely should be able to do it with Mr. Legs. We just have to see how it goes. But I might do that. I might do that on stream. I don't know yet. I want to, but it's like every time I pick the game up to play it, I play it for a little bit, and my arm starts to just kill me. Oh man, what is wrong with you, man? That's another thing. I'm sorry. If I'm a player, and there's no reason a player should ever be upset that you praise them. Hey man, you hit the winning goal and you did a great job on it. Shut up, man. I didn't do very good. It was terrible. Okay, whatever, dude. Get upset because I said you did good. Come here, man. What you doing, Mr. Midnight? He cracks me up because I swear this cat, the black cat's got Alzheimer's because hey, he's been on this couch, on this blanket every day for the last 2 weeks. It's been on there, and every time he comes over and acts like he's never been there. Mr. Mids, come on, buddy. He's hilarious though. I love my boy. He is a funny little man. Alright, so he's got, how many is he on now with that? Oh, 25 goals. He needs 4 more. He's trying to set all the records this year. I think he had the record for, he's doing the record for man of the match. Now he's got the chance for the goal record. He only needs 4 more. And yes, Bondo had like 30 goals last year, but they weren't all for us. He actually had some for Maltby Maine before we snatched him. This year he's had 2 for Maltby Maine, so he's got like 5 now. Most of them are for us. Which is good. Gotta love that when it happens. Ooh. Wow. I tell you. Oh, good standoff. Mr. Midnight and Shadow. She's sitting in the dining room on the carpet. He sits in I've got hardwood floor in here because the carpet I had in here, they stained it up so bad with their, they have their issues with their stomach too much, and I just get tired and threw it out. It was just a piece of carpet we got from a lawyer's office that my dad was best friends with, and when he gets down on the floor and he walks over and he's standing there in a weird look. She's sitting, staring at him. He sits down. She starts to lick her chest. And he gets up on the couch. They freaking crack me up. These two are so funny. Mitty Mid, come here, buddy. What are you doing, bud? Midnight, come here, buddy. Come on. Oi, he won't come over here. He just doesn't want to. I can't believe it. Morgan, we've been using the attacking approach for a decade, and you're going to complain that you're not happy with it. Where are we at, guys? Yeah, they're in 15th. Well, seeing the fact that I robbed them of all their starting players, they should be dropping down. They were in like 10th when I did that. So there's still players I could bring up. There's still a couple players down there I could actually bring up if I wanted to. But I'm kind of happy with the team. We have way too many players that we shouldn't have. So we gotta eliminate. Come here, Fluffy. What are you doing? Ah, I'd be glad. Fluff. Oh, I swear. Still in third place. Still struggling along. Still trying. Still trying. I think we're gonna get this game in, and then I'm starting to get hungry, so I think I'm gonna get this game in, and then we're gonna raid out to somebody who happens to be on today. But we got to get this game in. We're still here for another half an hour or so. But yeah, I get that. When you type 2 diabetic, you gotta pay attention to those things because normally if you're just like a normal hunger, you're good. But when you start getting that hunger that makes you feel like you're falling through the floor, that happens every once in a while. That's not a good thing. Mm-hmm. I love that. I just need uh, A&W root beer does the to-go sticks, and if you put them in with carbonated water, it tastes exactly like A&W root beer. They are so amazing, and they're good for you. They won't hurt you. Hi, bud. Come on, what you doing, big guy? Hi there, buddy. Mr. Midnight has come to see me. Mr. Midnight is here. Come here. Come on, boo boo. What you doing, bud? What you doing, bud? Hi, Mr. Shy Boy. We are one game back. We could move to within 15 points. Woo, go us. We're just cruising. We're off some wins here. We'd be all right. And we're into the point of the schedule where we can start running off some points because we have we got rid of the teams that were above us, and I don't think there's very many of them left. Although we do have teams that we did not beat, so there's still like the Littleton town. The Littleton game was the one that broke the game that broke the monkey's back because that was the one where we lost 2-0 to a team that is not even. They were in the relegation zone, and that was the one that kind of shouldn't have happened. Right after a tie that shouldn't happen. You got to do what you got to do. Your object to this is to try to win. Yeah, it's been a great stream. I'm happy. I've been, like I said, I knew things would get better once I got a second PC, and they've gotten better. The game actually is moving along at a very good pace. It's not running like it was. It's a few seconds. I mean, it's not like it's a lot faster yet, but by the end of the season, it should run a lot faster because that will have all the teams that they will take out. Like right now, I've got like 143,000 players, something like that, that are viewable, and it's running. I reset. I had it all shut off, and I accidentally reset them because I did something. I can't remember what I did, but I did something that ended up resetting them all. So now they're all being shut off again. And when you get to the end of the year in June, I think June 20th, they'll all be view only. So I won't have that drag on that. So it'll get maybe possibly a little bit better. The game speed is perfect in game. The outside speed, it's gonna vary. Nothing you can do about it. It's cool. Like I said, I like to come in here and we've been having discussions about stuff. I was talking to somebody the other day, and it was like, actually, it was the UPS man yesterday. He asked me what I streamed. I told him what was going on, and I said I had to meet you because I didn't want nothing to happen to this. I've been looking for it since January because I stream. He said, "What'd you stream?" I said, Elder Scrolls Online and Football Manager." He says, "That sounds cool." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I have a good time," and that's basically what it is. You gotta have fun. What's the point doing something if you're gonna worry about stuff? I don't worry about anything. If I get bits or subs or people come hang out and just hang out and we do whatever, I'm as happy doing that as if I'm doing this for one person and one person or just me, because it's when you do the thing, when you play a game, no matter what the game is, you're good. Like, I get a lot of exposure offline. I don't know why. I've looked at my stuff and I've seen it where they're saying that there's this many people from my summary, but when I go back and look at it a couple days later, totally different. The views will be different, everything. So I'm getting people to watch my stuff offline too. I have no problem with that because you're actually getting exposure to the game. And I know Dazzy's played this game before, but there might be somebody that has never played this game before, sees it, likes it, and goes, "Let me look for it." And they're a Prime member, and they go, "Oh, look, it's free on Prime. Let me get that." And it's awesome because the more people that are in the game, the better the game gets. The more people get exposed to it, it makes it a lot more fun. And it's, to me, that's one of the most important things you can do for a game. All right, boys, let's do this. We need a big win here to end the day with a big 2 wins in a row like we did yesterday, and that way we won't have to worry about it. We can work. I'm gonna have some start-stop screens and stuff like that. I don't know if they'll say anything, but I got a couple pictures I need to import. I'm gonna do on my own because I don't trust it the other way. It done screwed up too many times yesterday. All right, fellas, we're gonna come in here. We're gonna kick some butt. We're gonna make Brig wish they weren't in this league, and we're gonna be pulling closer to first place. Yeah, they're on. We got 3 losses out of 5. They got 2 losses with no wins out of 5. On a 0-5 streak. Oh, we're going with we're ready again. I tried to make my own. There's a off a kit creator that you can get that you use. It's not downloaded. It's basically you do it on their website. And I did it, but I don't know what I did wrong because I can't get the ones to work that I wanted. So they were pretty cool looking too. What are you looking for? That was a good play. Whoops. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. My finger gave the tick, tick, tick and just said, okay. Good job, Paul. Good job. Come on, boys. Let's go. Oh, Paige gets out there. It just took too long to control it. Oh, nice move. What a move. Dang, Marsh. 16th goal of the season. What a move that was by Paige. He made that dude look stupid. He's like, no, I'm going to go this way. Let me run around this way and go. Thank you for the hydrate, Silent. I hope you're having a good day. Gave you a shout out earlier. Sneaky people, I tell you. People just sneaky in. That was brilliant. That was too. I'm not sure I like that guy wearing gray with the light gray, white and black shirts. They kind of look alike. I think I might actually make a pizza though and cook a pizza a little bit, maybe. I can't decide if I want to do chicken enchiladas today. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know what the hell Hall was doing there. Let's go, boys. You're alright. You got it. You got this. Let's go.
Driven towards the far post.
Wow.
Tries to chip through. Well read.
Oh, come on, guys.
Left himself in
Got to
need of
pass
support.
better than that.
Clever pass.
Passing's been off and ball control's not the greatest in the world,
Good
but
link-up play there. And he still can't put it away. Amazing.
what the hell was that? That was terrible. I can't believe Paul didn't go in. Holy crap. What was he thinking? You can't talk to me. Shut the hell up, you stupid spam people. They've had better position. Oh, get down. Fluffy. Fluffy, did you just throw up on my couch? No, I thought you did, but must have been hit on the other side. Baby, Midnight, you okay, buddy? Oh.
Whipped in.
There you go. There you go. Get it up there, Herbert. What are you waiting on? No, wrong. Oh, Bondo. Oh, that would have been special.
Well played.
Shot.
Excellent challenge.
Hey, we'll take the corner. Online, what's up? Online, how you doing?
Disappointing at the end there. Could this be the moment? Racing over the bar.
Hope your day's going well. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna say online, and we're gonna hit that button, and we go boom. There you go. Hehehe.
Has made his move.
Come on, boys. What are you waiting on?
The front line. Bounce it into space. He's having a look round. Fiddles it away. Gift it back.
Cool.
They look to press on.
Yep. Let's go, boys. Come on. We need to go.
Crisp and sharp
We
and
need to
early.
go.
Threads one through. That was a wicket. Here's a corner.
I don't know. The defense is disappointing me a little bit because they seem to want to leave way too many gaps, and I don't understand that. But we're not giving up a whole bunch of goals.
Space. Fire deep towards the back post. Retained by the keeper.
Come on, fellas, you can do this. I have faith in you.
Fiddles it away.
I have faith in you. Hello, kick.
Out to the right. Club clear.
Offside.
Goes.
I don't know why you were waiting so long to blow that whistle because you could have blew the whistle 15 minutes ago. He was offside. There wasn't no chance in being on. You don't need to delay blowing the whistle. That's a dumb thing. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes plus extra. Let's go. Plus stoppage, I should say. Ugh. All right. What is our problem now? Throwing the bottle, yelling at him. You better be looking disappointed. You better be looking to be fixing that. Ah, baby, you back again. Hi, mamas. Come on, get up here.
Steaming forward. Strongly challenged there.
You can't be in the way, mamas. I can't see. Now your tail's up. I don't need another mustache. I got one already, kiddo. Silly ass. Man, you just gonna make yourself comfortable right there, ain't you? Oh, beautiful. Adeniyi was there to get the rebound. That was beautiful.
Swung in on the back foot. That is absolutely glorious.
Benny with the goal. Nice job, baby. You go. You go, boys. Let's go. Let's see if we can do what we did this game 2 games ago. Just beat the crap out of them in the second half. That would be a faithful, funny thing to do.
It's now wide now. Ball driven towards the far post. Escape the danger. Looked promising, but just not quite right.
How did I do? Okay.
And go again now.
All right,
Got it in.
boys.
Here they come another time. Into it.
Nicely done. Beautiful. Oh boy, here we go. Marsh and who? I think that's Page. Maybe. Nope.
Oh,
Woo!
shame. That was nicely worked.
That was close.
Not the end product required.
That was a close shot. I'm not complaining. That was pretty decent shot right there. Needed another 10 yards back, and he'd have had it. All right, substitution time. Yep. I can't see past your head, kid. I gotta remember to put another defender on there because that's too many. I don't need that many midfielders.
Whipped disappointing in the end there. Pure contact. Try cutting inside here. Gives it acres of space here to reinforce. Clubbed clear.
You stay back on that side all you want. You can keep acres and acres of space on the backside all you want as long as you're in your own end.
Good link-up play there. Chance here. That was impressive. To afford that sort of
That was not impressive.
What are they expecting?
What the hell are you doing, fellas? I don't get it, man.
Simply unplayable.
He's not unplayable. The defense just needs to.
Lovely build-up.
I mean,
Deliver a better ball.
it just did not get in front of him.
What are they expecting to get away with it? It's not gonna happen.
Ah, that was close. That was ridiculous. Mamas, mamas, mamas. Oh, what a shot! How are you not gonna call that? How are you gonna call that offsides? Seriously? You know it's a bad call because it didn't show replay.
Build momentum
That was terrible.
towards the flank. And searching ball that into space. Fired deep towards the back post.
Come on, man. You got to do better than that. Firing it like that off a dude's head don't make no sense.
Work hard to hold on to it. Some lovely movement outplayed. Fiddles it away.
Come on, guys. You got to do better than this.
Couldn't be beaten there
Thank you.
now.
Ooh, nice pass. He didn't have nobody to back him up, though.
Always going over the
Oh, Harlan, what are you doing, man? Come on, guys. You should not be in this position. You've outplayed them in this half. Let's go. Flash flood warning. Damn, we got some rain coming. There's a flash flood warning. Not happy with that. Means my basement's going to be flooded today. Every time. Come on, guys. You got 21 minutes. Let's go. We need a goal, fellas. Let's go.
knocks it away. Neatly flicked on.
Thank you.
Puts his foot on the gas.
How the hell did you let him get that off of you, dude? That was terrible.
He has spurred them.
Come on, boys. Let's go. Bad luck, mama.
Square from here. Tries to stroke it forward. Good win of the ball. What great reactions. They've been given a corner.
Hit right to him. What the hell? 11 minutes, boys. Come on. You can do better than this.
Width here. In he comes. Largely untroubled. Lumped clear.
Been nice we'd had somebody back there to get the ball.
Great
Come on.
exchange.
Let's go, fellas. You play better. You're playing great. You just need to get a I don't know.
Goes down that left-hand side. Ball driven towards
Mm-mm. Nice defense. Just should have never been a shot like that.
Hoisted towards the area. Into the channel. Beautifully executed. Space out wide. Stood up well against his man.
Nice job, Paige. Now run. Run with the damn ball.
And look to build on that.
They're gonna call him offsides anyway. I don't know what's up with that, but never see that happen.
Puts his foot on the gas. Nicely measured pass. Emerge unscathed.
Oh, come
Goes
on,
up against
fellas.
it.
You need one goal. You got 8 minutes. Let's go. There it is. There it is.
Into the middle. And what a
Oh,
finish that
oh,
might have
oh,
been.
oh, so close. Come on, boys. You're so close there. Let's go. We need a goal. We've had more shots.
Outs it into space. A pure
Get this.
contact.
Let's go. Bring it back up. Don't play around. Counter
Now
attack.
wondering who wants it. Largely untroubled. Good win of the ball. Knocks it back. Good idea.
Offsides. Sorry.
Super.
He'd have made that shot. There's no way that should have been an onside call. He was way offsides. Way offsides.
Looking to hit the front line. That's a nicely weighted pass. Disappointing at the end there. Gives it acres of space here. Fiddles it away.
Come on, boys. You got this.
Good idea.
You got 2 minutes to go. Come on.
Bounce it into space.
2 minutes is all you need.
Clever pass. Tries running with the ball at his feet. Great reaction.
No,
He has spurned it.
that was not great reaction. Almost cost us the game.
And out it comes again. Beautifully executed. Build on that. Crosses in a low well read.
That's what we'll do.
Keeper's got good distance on that.
Come on, man. I knew he was going to call for the time. Meow. I don't want to hear that meow. It's going to rain. Woo! Well, that didn't go as planned. But we at least got a tie. We didn't lose. That's going to kill us. We're going to be in this situation again where we're tying everything. Uh, that's not good. So I want to say thanks to everybody that came out today, especially to my boy Jados with the raid, and Tiny Tina, and MG, and Game Time, and Bert, and OG Vamp, and Niche, and the Pan, and Dazzy, and Neko, and Chrissy, and Silent, and Dario, and Online, and also to FM Full Metal FM for coming out. I appreciate you guys being here. We'll be back tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat time, that kind of thing. Hopefully, we'll be up a little earlier than we were today. Uh, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid out to Pixel Gaming Mama. I believe that's what we're going to do. If I can get myself up out of this chair, come over here and remember that I'm on a different computer now. Ah, I keep doing that. No, 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 no. Learn to spell. I think that's right. I thank you, sir. You guys made it great, man. Yeah, me too. I know we've known each other for a while, and it's been a while, but we see each other more than you think sometimes, maybe. So we're gonna rate out to Pixel. We're going to go to her. What is she playing right now? I shut it off. I don't know what she's even playing. But I appreciate you guys from being here. Always a pleasure to have everybody here. I will see you guys in the things. So if you guys will stick around, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.